Welcome to the welcome to the Lion's Den. My name is Robert Love. I'm a neuroscientist. I specialize in helping people prevent Alzheimer's disease with science. I'm not a medical doctor. Please check with your medical doctor before doing anything that affects your health. Today, we are talking about foods that can help prevent Alzheimer's disease. No single food alone will prevent Alzheimer's disease. And there are multiple foods you can eat that can lower the risk of Alzheimer's disease. There's even a class of foods that can lower the risk of Alzheimer's disease by 60% if you consume it just 2 times a week. So we're going to get into that. First, if you're just arriving, please enter your first name, where you are from in the chat. If you're an evolving lion, please give me a roar. Hi, Rachel Klein. So give me a roar if you are an evolving lion. This is the Lion's Den. If you choose to identify as a member, you are an evolving lion. That's what we call members. And you're an evolving lion. Evolving lions love and support each other. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We want to become our best selves, and we look to our evolutionary past to inform our diet. And that's very relevant today because we are talking about food. So the foods that are going to help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease are foods that our ancestors ate. I don't mean necessarily our parents. I mean, 1,000 years ago. What were our ancestors eating 1,000 years ago? I'll give you a hint. They were mostly eating wild plants and occasionally meat if the hunt was fortunate. But most of the time, it was wild plants, things we would call vegetables, and occasionally fruits. So let me say hello to some people who are here. If you're just arriving, please enter your first name, where you're from in the chat. And if you want to hit the like button, if you like food or if you like the Lion's Den, that'd be helpful. That tells people that we are live. Awesome. Okay. So roar and blessings to you from Santa Fe. Thank you so much. Jenna from New Hampshire. Jeannie from Tacoma. Tamiko from San Francisco. Roar Den Wagner. Roar from Caramanzo. Karen from New Jersey. Laura from San Diego. Roar to you. I used to live in San Diego, and I went to a culinary school in San Diego. We got Bert and Ernie 20 cutie. Hello. Roar from Carla from Metropolis. Michelle from Florida. Just got your Lion's Mane. Awesome. Please try it tonight. Let me know how it goes. We got Kim from Missouri. Roar to you. We got Boston. We got Rachel from Toronto. We got from Wisconsin. We got Gay from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you, Lisa Marie. I so appreciate that. We got Karen from New Jersey. Denise from Texas. We got Red Fox who's evolving. Looking at your picture, you are a red fox. Roar to you. We got Donna from North Louisiana. We got someone who likes meat. We got Jeannie who is evolving. We got Amy from Texas. Roar to you. Roar Carla from Metropolis. We got Teresa from Miami, Florida. Outstanding. Miami is my new home. I'm not there right now, but I will be. We got Idaho. We got Joe from Eugene, Oregon. We got Maria from New York. We got Rachel from Pennsylvania. Mike from Oregon. What's up, Robert? Hi, Liz. We got Mo from Washington. Fantastic. All right, so let's get started. So let me tell you about some of the very, very best foods for your brain, and then I will take some questions. So if I'm going to only choose one food to talk about, it's this really strange food we don't have a whole lot of data on, but the data is very clear that it's great for us. It is mushrooms. Research out of Singapore, and I want to thank Dr. Gundry for sharing this on a podcast. Research out of Singapore, a study of 663 people found that those who ate mushrooms 2 times a week had a 60% reduction in the risk of Alzheimer's disease. That's right, mushrooms, 2 times a week, reduction of the risk of Alzheimer's by 60%. That's amazing. Amazing. So what did I do today? I went shopping. I'm going to put up that video soon. And I got as many different types of mushrooms as I could. Now, I've heard that white mushrooms are not that healthy for you because they lack nutrients of other mushrooms. So I got morels, I got shiitake, I got maitake, I got some trumpet mushrooms. I got as many different types of mushrooms as I could. I cooked some morels up today for my parents, just a light saute with a little salt and pepper. And I'm trying to get my parents to eat mushrooms at least 3 times a week. And I encourage you to eat mushrooms 3 times a week. We don't know all the benefits of mushrooms. Let me tell you a quick story. What we do understand, based upon who's seen Fantastic Fungi with Paul Stamets? Who's seen Fantastic Fungi? Give me a roar. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. So in Fantastic Fungi with Paul Stamets, who's one of the world's leading experts in mycology, he's a mycologist, which is someone who studies mushrooms. He shares how mushrooms kind of have a brain of their own. It's called the mycelium network. And basically underneath the soil is a network of what looks like a brain, kind of how we have synapses connecting different neurons, different brain cells. The mycelium network is connected underneath. And then there's the fruiting bodies up top. Those are the mushrooms that we see and that we eat. Those are the fruiting bodies and the myceliums underneath. It's thought that the mushrooms, the whole brain kind of communicates with each other, which is really interesting. So here's the quick story. A friend of mine was having her house painted, and she has a very nice garden. And the painter spilled a bunch of blue paint in her garden, and she was very upset. She thought, now I can't use my garden because now it's got this, paint in it. I don't know if it was lead paint or not, but it was, you don't want to have a garden where you eat food out of it that has some paint in it. I think it was the next day, either the next day or 2 days from then, some mushrooms shot up exactly where that paint was. So mushrooms came up, sprung up in her garden where that blue paint was, sucked up the paint, and then disappeared under the ground. It was probably a process of days. So somehow the mycelium network found out that there were toxins in the soil, sent fruiting bodied mushrooms there, got there, sucked them up, and then took them underneath. That's amazing. Who thinks that's amazing? Let's give a hand. Let's give a big roar to mushrooms. So that's mushrooms really looking out for us. There's even some people who theorize that the mushrooms are actually controlling us in a good way, perhaps. And some people theorize about psychedelic mushrooms, that psychedelic mushrooms are trying to interact with us. And the way to do that is to eat them. And then they give people insights into their life. I'm not suggesting that you take psychedelic mushrooms. Please check with your local laws. Psychedelic mushrooms are either decriminalized or semi-legal in certain states in the United States. And I think in Amsterdam, it was when I was in college and I went there, mushrooms were semi-legal. In Colorado, they are now decriminalized and psychedelic psychotherapists can use them. There's great data on the benefit of psilocybin mushrooms in psychedelic psychotherapy. Who knows about the data with psychedelic mushrooms from Johns Hopkins? Really great research. So Johns Hopkins is one of the top medical institutions in the United States. It's in Baltimore. And they've been doing research on psychedelic psychotherapy. So they will bring people in who want to stop smoking. And they'll say, why do you want to stop smoking? Why is this important to you? How long have you had this trouble? And then they'll say, okay, you're going to come back. We're going to give you a big dose of mushrooms. And I'm going to sit here with you. I'm going to help you process what you go through. And so they come back, they give them a dose of mushrooms. I don't know the exact amount, but it's a psychedelic dose. It's a dose where it alters their state of reality. It alters their state of consciousness under the supervision of a therapist. And they give them a blindfold and they give them music to listen to. And then the therapist is there to help them. 80% of those people who go through that process stop smoking. It has an 80% success rate or an 80% cessation rate. It stops smoking in 80% of people who do that. That's amazing. Can we get a hand for that? That is wonderful. Smoking is one of the worst things someone can do for their brain health. It increases the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, almost every chronic disease. And nicotine is extremely addictive. It's very hard to get off of. And here we have a process, a one-time process where someone goes in and sees a therapist and works with the psychedelic medicine, and then they stop smoking. Amazing. That's today. That's what we understand about psilocybin today. Psilocybin has also been used in end-of-life studies. So people who are in hospice, people who have mostly it's terminal cancer. That's kind of the easiest way to know someone's going to die is terminal cancer. And they'll give people a psychedelic dose of mushrooms, and those people have less death anxiety. Isn't that wonderful? Someone who's going to die has a session with the mushrooms and a therapist, and then they have less death anxiety. They're more comfortable with death. They're more at peace with it. Isn't that wonderful? Our fellow human beings are more at peace with their inevitable death. And so that's what we understand about psychedelics, specifically mushrooms today. Back in the this is off topic. We won't go there. We'll talk about that later if that's of interest. So that's what we've got. So isn't that great? So let's give a big hand to Mother Nature, to fungi, to Paul Stamets, who's pioneering this research. By the way, I have nothing but respect for Paul Stamets. He's wonderful. I've gotten to interview him a couple times. I shared the stage with him at Burning Man. I got to moderate a panel that he's on. And Paul's really risked his life to share with us the data on mushrooms. It's a scary thing to stand up to the world and say, hey, I'm doing research on psychedelic mushrooms, and telling the government that. And thankfully, the government, he shared that the government or people who likely worked for the government tried to set him up and try to buy mushrooms from him and so forth. He says, look, nature provides, I don't provide. So people have tried to buy mushrooms from him. He's always said, no, 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 I don't do that. I don't sell mushrooms. I just use them for research. So Paul's really risked his life and his family's well-being to get us this research. And so let's give Paul Stamets a round of applause, and let's send him some prayers and some love. He and Rick Doblin, who's head of MAPS, the multidisciplinary association for psychedelic science, MAPS. Both those men have really put themselves out there by saying, hey, we're doing this research. And fortunately, they have not been thrown in jail for their research, which is really, really important. So that's what we got on mushrooms. So mushrooms, 2 servings a week, reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease by 60%. Any mushrooms you want, as long as they're not white mushrooms, those are great. They can be shiitake, maitake, morels, turkey tail, lion's mane. I love lion's mane. Who likes lion's mane mushrooms? Like to eat the edible mushrooms? They're so delicious. They're like meat. They have like this great meaty texture. I have a great recipe for lion's mane. Lion's mane. It's not curcumin. It's got curcumin in it. I forget what the dish is with a bunch of curry. Lion's mane curry. It's so great. This is fluoride-free water filtered from a Berkey filter with magnesium drops from trace minerals and some Celtic sea salt and some vitamin C. It is delicious. By the way, I have a lion's mane mushroom supplement that's got 10 medicinal mushrooms in it. This helps improve sleep and reduces stress, and it's got all kinds of benefits. I don't know. But people have asked, does this count as 2 servings of mushrooms? I say no. There's not data on this supplement reducing the risk of Alzheimer's disease. I haven't done that research. No one else has done that research. So people have said, this is 2 capsules of mushrooms. Does this count as 2 servings of mushrooms? No, you want to eat the mushrooms. So I'm not saying take them. Mushroom supplements are great. I take this. This is very helpful with sleep, with stress, with mood, with improving memory. This does not equate to 2 servings of mushrooms. So I recommend eating mushrooms at least 3 times a week, eating actual edible mushrooms. Okay, questions. Denise, you received your 8 bottles today. Awesome. Please take some tonight. Let me know how you sleep. How many milligrams of lion's mane? So Hawk, it depends upon the instructions on the bottle. So my lion's mane has 266 milligrams. That's not a big serving, but it's got 10 medicinal mushrooms in it, and it's 2 capsules. So it's a lot of mushrooms that are working synergistically to bring you the benefit. So here it's got lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail, chaga, all kinds of mushrooms. It's really, really great. And first, I like it to improve sleep. I love it for sleep. Who's got my lion's mane? Who's used it to improve their sleep? Also reduces stress. Also, it's fun to take with L-tyrosine and coffee. That's been really good. I did that a week ago, and I gave it to a bunch of friends. We went out at night, and we took L-tyrosine, and we took this. It felt amazing. This reduces kind of like the crunchiness or the kind of stress of L-tyrosine, which can be a little gritty, if you know what I mean. If you've taken it before, it can feel a little jittery. This really calms down. This reduces stress during the middle of the day, and it improves memory. Lion's mane stimulates the growth of new brain cells and new neural connections by increasing BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Where to buy this? You can buy this at roarlionsmane.com, or you can click the link below my profile. And then it's the first one says Roar Lion's Mane, comes with a money back guarantee. Whatever Lion's Mane you get, there are 3 things you want to look for in a supplement. Any supplement, this is for your safety and for your quality. Make sure you're getting high quality. Number 1 is third-party tested. That means an independent company has evaluated the supplement to ensure quality and safety. Mine's third-party tested. I pay extra for that. The government does not regulate supplements. I think that's a good thing. But the challenge is that there are some supplement companies that aren't doing the right thing, and they're selling low quality supplements, or they're not putting the right ingredients on their labels. That's dangerous, and I think that's unethical. So you want third party tested as a guarantee on quality and safety. Next, GMP certified. That stands for good manufacturing practices. That means the manufacturer is certified, GMP certified, It means they're doing the right thing. It's a standard in quality. Lastly, you want a money back guarantee. Not every supplement works for every person. I just issued a refund today. This woman called and said, "Hey, I have a lot of health problems and I took the supplement to my doctor and pharmacist. They said you can't take this. They said you're on too much medication." I said, "Great, let me refund you." Simple as that. And it didn't work for her. It might have been really helpful for her. She didn't know, because her doctor and her pharmacist said, "Please don't take this. You're on a ton of medication." She was on blood pressure medication, I think blood thinners. This is why it's really important to check with your doctor and pharmacist before taking any supplement. You want to make sure it's safe for you. So you want to make sure there's a guarantee policy. So you want to make sure that you can get your money back. So I just issued that refund today, and I said, "Hey, please give the supplement to someone else. Don't send it back. Just give it to someone else, make sure someone can use it." So whatever it is, make sure that you can get your money back if it doesn't work for you, or if something happens. Um, some people are allergic to mushrooms and they don't know that, and they might take a lion's mane supplement and then say, "Oh my gosh, no one's reported this to me," but people have said, from other lion's mane supplements, they've gotten a rash or they got a stomach ache, what have you. So please make sure you get a money back guarantee. Does that work? If you don't want to get lion's mane from me, the other company I got from was Life Cycle. They were pretty good as well. They are about twice as expensive as my lion's mane. Okay, so questions about the benefits of mushrooms. Can you take lion's mane and antibiotics together? Yes, antibiotics are likely going to reduce the effectiveness of lion's mane because lion's mane improves gut bacteria and antibiotics destroy gut bacteria. And of course, check with your medical doctor and pharmacist if you're taking antibiotics. That's interesting, Beth. Have you tried taking lion's mane in the morning and see how that goes? Carl Berkey, it's amazing. Been using it for 2 months. Awesome. I'm so glad, Carl. I'm so glad. Like, I love it. I love that that's helping you. It's fantastic. I love all people. What a great TikTok handle. I've been taking 2 capsules of Dr. Love's every night for 2 weeks. My sleep, I now messed up. What does that mean? Is your sleep good? I love all people. It's hard to find lion's mane mushrooms. Yes, might need to go to a specialty store or request at the counter. Please go to your local grocery store and say, "I want more mushrooms. I want things other than portobellos." By the way, you can eat portobellos. Make sure you cook your mushrooms for safety, but say, "I want lion's mane mushrooms. I want turkey tail. I want chaga. I want trumpet mushrooms." Ask them for more stuff. Forever Cutie. This is called Roar Lion's Mane. This is my supplement. This is the sponsor of the show. This is mine. And you can get this at roarlionsmane.com or click the link above here and it'll take you to it. How many mushrooms is a serving? Great question. I think it was like 0.75 cups in this study. This is KL Angel or Angeli 205. How big is a serving of mushrooms in the study? A little bit over half a cup. And so I recommend doing this 3 times a week. If you can do it, if you can eat mushrooms every day, you can afford that and you like that, do that. But eat as much as you can. Where can you get the bottle? Jess, you can get it at roarlionsmane.com. Winch Binch. My Roar Lion's Mane just came a couple days ago. So excited to feel the benefits. Outstanding. Okay, other questions. Titus, taking 2,400 milligrams of lion's mane. That's a lot. Taking that, they've been sleeping longer than usual. Excellent. Titus, I would like to offer you, try my lion's mane compared to the one you're taking. See if you like mine better. It's almost certainly less expensive. I made mine the most affordable, best quality lion's mane supplement that I could. And if you don't like mine better, just let me know. I'm happy to refund you if you like. So I offer you that challenge. And so I'm willing to put my supplement up against one that's almost certainly more expensive. And if you don't like mine better, I'm happy to refund you. So Titus, I offer that to you. Give it a try. Yes, Moji, 3/4 a cup. Are they easy to grow? I don't know, Insomniac. I don't grow mushrooms. I think it's a really good idea. I'd like to get into that business of growing lion's mane, of growing shiitake, of growing morels. I recently ate some like mushroom potato chips. Who's had the mushroom potato chips? They're like kind of like dried. They're so good. Oh my gosh. I gave them to my parents and my mother looked at me like, "What is this?" They're so very good. Natural Grocers has fresh lion's mane. Yes, I totally got those at Natural Grocers in Boulders. They're super great. Gemma, I haven't seen you on TikTok, not getting any more notifications. I don't know what to tell you. I'm on most nights around this time, Gemma. Great to see you. Yes, shiitakes are great. Happy Herbal. Okay. How many milligrams in my lion's mane? So mine's got 266 of lion's mane, 266 of cordyceps, 266 of reishi, 266 of shiitake, and a blend of maitake, turkey-tailed chaga, etc. So it's got 10 medicinal mushrooms. So it's not just about the quantity of lion's mane. The research is all over the place as far as the amount of lion's mane used. It's not about that. It's about what's the benefit in your body. And my understanding is that by using multiple mushrooms, it works synergistically. And so you get multiple benefits of the different mushrooms. So Juan Blizaki. So my dissertation was on the impact of it was on ADHD and which one, and it was on caffeine versus Adderall versus exercise. Which one what improved focus and attention? So who thinks exercise is best for the brain and attention? Who thinks Adderall is best for energy, is best for attention? This is in someone who had ADHD. I was testing on myself. And who thinks coffee was the winner? Let me know which one you think did best. Exercise versus Adderall versus coffee. Which one had the best performance on focus and attention? Where to buy my lion's mane? You go to roarlionsmane.com, Titus, or click here. It's the first link. Exercise, says Queen. Okay, here are the results. Gigi Pep says exercise. Jeannie says exercise. BM Stead says exercise. HT Dan says exercise. Mission Greener says exercise. Coffee. Tammy, it's called Morning Man. And then if you go to morningman.com and enter love 15, you save 15% when you subscribe and on every single order. 15% for life. It's amazing. A bunch of exercises, a couple coffees. No one thinks Adderall. It's interesting because we give drugs to children. We don't give coffee to children. We give Adderall to children. Coffee. No one thinks Adderall. Okay. Most of you are right. The answer was exercise. By far, exercise dramatically improved performance every single time, and it's very sustainable. Adderall and coffee mildly improved performance. Exercise was the absolute best. So that was my research. So I would 1 week I took Adderall, 1 week I took coffee, and 1 week I exercised every day. I would do these math tests throughout the day. Exercise won hands down. That was my research. Milligrams of lion's mane. Mine is 266, but mine is a combination of 10. And so they work synergistically. So you need less. What kind of exercise? Great question. So research shows that 30 minutes of aerobic exercise significantly improves sleep. And so that's really important. Anything that improves sleep improves your overall health and your memory and your brain function. In my dissertation, I did both brisk walking, jogging, as well as weightlifting. All of them improved focus, memory, and attention immediately after exercise. Okay, next, another food. First, water. This is fluoride-free water with a Berkey filter, and then I add liquid magnesium. The magnesium drops from trace minerals and some Celtic sea salt and a little bit of stevia to sweeten it. Kind of tastes like a lemonade. Limon, I think it's only single extracted. Okay. Hey, good to see you, A188. Okay, another food category that's really, really good for the brain are cruciferous vegetables. This is broccoli, this is cauliflower, this is Brussels sprouts. Cruciferous vegetables are really great for cleansing the body. Who's heard of heavy metals? Who wants to get rid of heavy metals? Give me a roar if you want to get rid of heavy metals. Heavy metals are very damaging for the brain. In fact, those that were around 9/11, around the World Trade Center and like helped with cleanup were rescue squad. They breathed in a lot of toxins from the collapsed buildings. And they have a higher risk of cancer and have a higher risk of dementia because of their exposure to heavy metals and toxins in the air and so forth. So it's a really, really good idea. Number one, to limit your exposure to toxins. Number two, to cleanse toxins from your body. A couple ways to do that. I did this earlier today. One is sauna. Sauna is great. Infrared sauna is the best as far as ridding your body of toxins. Sauna also helps improve sleep quality. And we talked about this yesterday. Sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, and stroke by approximately 50%. So you want to do sauna very regularly. Excuse me. A couple of you have asked about infrared sauna blankets. I don't know. I'm going to contact a company and do some research myself and see how it feels, see what the benefits are. So, cleansing heavy metals is a really big deal. So, protect yourself from heavy metals by eating organic food. You don't want those pesticides and herbicides and so forth in your body. Number two, get a HEPA filter. Let me turn that on. You probably can't hear that, but you can get a HEPA filter online. Wow, that's really loud. That's distracting me. There we go. There we go. So get a HEPA filter. If you live in a place that's very industrialized and the air quality is bad, you might want to consider moving, especially if you have young children. Poor air quality increases the risk of asthma. Living outside in the country, having pets, that reduces the risk of asthma. Asthma is very scary for children and their parents because basically they have trouble breathing, and that's very scary for any human. So reduce your exposure to heavy metals, and cruciferous vegetables can help you cleanse your body of heavy metals. Other tools you can use to cleanse from heavy metals, we mentioned sauna. You can also do a heavy metal detox. The Medical Medium has a great heavy metal detox smoothie. Who likes the Medical Medium? Give me a roar. I learned about the Medical Medium from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins talked about the Medical Medium in one of his programs, and it was really great. Yes, cilantro. Exactly, Denise. Cilantro plus chlorella. So cilantro causes our body to release heavy metals, and then chlorella can bind to those, and then you poop them out. Another thing you can take is activated charcoal. Activated charcoal can bind to toxins in your body, help you excrete them. Activated charcoal is great if you're going to be drinking alcohol. Alcohol is toxic for the body, and research shows alcohol hurts our ability to sleep. Therefore, it hurts our overall health. Alcohol hurts our gut bacteria, hurts our gut-brain connection, hurts our memory, reduces our ability to self-monitor. And so, this is when alcohol kind of loosens up the tongue. We say things we wouldn't ordinarily say. That's probably not good. If you wouldn't say it sober, it's probably not good to say it under the influence of alcohol. That also trains your mind to kind of shut down regularly. So if you drink alcohol to kind of turn off your self-monitoring, to loosen up your tongue, for example, that's not a good thing to train your body to do or train your brain to do. Alcohol also hurts the liver, of course, and alcohol increases inflammation. This is just 1 or 2 drinks a day. And I'm not even talking about getting drunk. I'm just talking about regular consumption of alcohol has these negative effects. That's from Andrew Huberman. He also shared that alcohol increases stress. Now, we think alcohol decreases stress, and in the short term, that is true. If you're stressed, have a drink of wine, your stress goes down. But tomorrow, the next day, your stress is higher. What they do is they measure cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. Your cortisol is it's not bad. Cortisol spikes in the morning. It's highest in the morning to help get us up, help get us going. That's good. By the way, you want to delay coffee or caffeine at least 90 minutes, ideally 2 hours after waking. Give your body's natural cortisol rhythm a chance to wake you up. This is really, really important. This helps prevent afternoon fatigue. So, alcohol, the day after drinking alcohol, your cortisol, what's called your basal cortisol, your baseline cortisol, is actually higher. So your stress level the day after drinking alcohol is actually higher. So what do people do when their stress level is higher the next day? What do people do? They drink more alcohol. So at the end of that workday, they're like, boy, I was stressed today. I need a drink. And they kind of do need a drink, at least in their mind they do. And then this perpetuates the cycle. This is why it's really, really harmful. Another reason it's harmful is that alcohol is so accessible and so socially acceptable. At least in the United States and many countries, it is very socially acceptable to drink alcohol in the evening after work and to drink it regularly. And so we as a society have said, hey, it's okay to drink alcohol. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know, but it does make it easier to drink alcohol on a regular basis. And because alcohol is not good for memory or sleep or your gut bacteria or your brain health, I think that's a concern. And so that's what I have to say about that. what is it? That Forrest Gump, and that's all I have to say about that. It's not a very good accent, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, questions. We had a bunch of comments here. Any comments on Instagram here? Not very much. Love the medical medium. Roar. Limon, what is DE? What are you referring to? I live in Florida. I'm always in the sauna. Nice. What kind of filter? You look for a HEPA filter, Amy Shine. HEPA, HEPA. Michelle Marsh. My husband has TBI, memory loss. So you're giving him lion's mane. That's good. Your husband should be taking fish oil. First of all, not a medical doctor, not giving you medical advice. If someone I love had a TBI, memory loss, here's what I would do. I write this down. So Michelle, get your pen ready. Oh no, lost connection. All right, are we back? Okay. So here is what I would do if I had a traumatic brain injury. I'd get lots of sleep. I would get morning sunshine to help with my sleep. I would get regular exercise that's not too strenuous that I enjoy. Regular exercise increases BDNF, stands for brain derived neurotrophic factor, and that facilitates the growth of new brain cells, new neural connections. Okay. Then I would eat lots of healthy food and not eat sugar, not eat bad fat, not eat inflammatory foods. I would eat lots of vegetables and I would eat healthy protein. I'd eat a lot of healthy fats, like from salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring, the smash fish. I'd eat sardines every day. Wild caught salmon, a lot of fatty fish. That gets so your brain outside of water is primarily made of fat, and so you want to eat lots of healthy fats to have the raw materials to repair the brain and help recovery. Does that make sense? So you want to eat the things that are going to help repair the brain. So fatty fish, lots of vegetables. I take lots of. I make sure the brain's getting lots of vitamins. So I might take Morning Man or take, if you want to do athletic greens, some sort of green powder that's really nutritious. I would certainly take a lion's mane supplement. I would eat lots of mushrooms. Mushrooms are great for the brain. We don't know exactly why, but eat lots of mushrooms, potentially daily. So if I had a TBI and I could afford mushrooms every day, I would do that. And then supplements. So fish oil, just to make sure you're getting enough fish oil, 1,000 milligrams of EPA, 1,000 milligrams of DHA per day. Where I mentioned lion's mane. Quercetin, 1,000 milligrams a day. Ceylon cinnamon, CEYLON, cinnamon, 1,000 milligrams a day. Alpha GPC, 1,200 milligrams. That's a precursor to choline, which is a precursor to acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is what I call the master molecule of memory. It is a neurotransmitter involved in memory in the hippocampus. Really good idea to make sure you get plenty of choline. Also eat lots of eggs and egg yolks in particular. Make sure they are pastured eggs. It's another brain food, pastured eggs. So we got alpha GPC. And then if you can find it, you want to either be taking aniracetam or oxiracetam. Those have shown to help improve memory loss after traumatic brain injury, after anesthesia, after stroke. By the way, I'm writing a paper now with an anesthesiologist who I met at this Burning Man event I went to in Miami. And I said, hey, have you heard of aniracetam? She said, no, I haven't. And I said, well, this can actually help with memory loss after anesthesia. And then we started talking about it. And I said, hey, let's write a paper together and let's get this to a bunch of anesthesiologists. That way more medical doctors can understand the benefits of aniracetam and they can tell their patients about it. So I'd really recommend aniracetam or oxiracetam. Both of those have shown to help recovery after traumatic brain injury. All right, Michelle Marsh. If you missed that, you can go onto YouTube and rewind. It's at approximately 30 minutes into the live on YouTube. And so hopefully you took some good notes there. And that is what I would do if I had traumatic brain injury. Spelled aniracetam, A-N-I, so Z-M-C-K, A-N-I-R-A-C-E-T-A-M. You can't find it? I know it's difficult. So Denise, I publicized where I get my fish oil, and then they sold out. I thought this is a problem. So I don't publicize where I get my aniracetam because if I do, it's going to sell out, and that's no bueno. So I only share where I get my aniracetam with my Patreon patrons. So if you'd like to become a Patreon patron, it's only $3 a month. Click here, scroll down to the very bottom of my link tree, and you can become a Patreon patron. And I share with you where I get my aniracetam. I don't share it online to all 187 of you because they will sell out very, very quickly. Nick Man, hello from Canada. When the doctor took my blood, he said I was severely low in chloride and potassium. Okay, then perhaps you want to add a pinch of salt to your water and make sure you're getting enough potassium. Don't take too much of a potassium supplement. You can take a potassium supplement if you like. Of course, check with your doctor. But taking too much potassium is actually potentially dangerous. So you got to make sure you're taking the right dose. Can you combine and sell daily vitamin packs? Can I? I guess I could, but it's not what I'm choosing to do right now. But I certainly could, and you could as well, Jenny. But that's not what I'm looking to do here. What I'm doing is I want to educate you and share with you the very best science and information you can, so that you can make healthy choices. And then I have this supplement that I sell, the Lion's Mane supplement, and then I have two more supplements coming out. One's NeuroPlus Brain and Focus formula. It's a daily focus formula, and then I have a green tea supplement coming out. And then other than that, this is a great sponsor of the show, Om Yum. They're delicious. Who has Om Yum? Who's gotten this and tried this? This is amazing. This is a lion's mane coffee replacement. It's got lion's mane. It's got a bunch of mushrooms, reishi, chaga, cordyceps, L-theanine, ashwagandha, maca, organic Ceylon cinnamon, curcumin. It's got curcumin, which helps prevent the accumulation of plaque in the brain, black pepper extract. My coupon is LOVE15 if you want to get this. This is below my profile, the Lion's Mane coffee replacement. There's a number of companies that have reached out to me and I've tried their products. I really, really like them. I use this minimum 2 times a day, often 3 times a day. This is great. This improves my productivity. I love this. If you have children, this is great. You can make them hot chocolate or milk chocolate, ideally with coconut milk or almond milk, not dairy milk. A lot of humans don't do well with dairy milk. You can sweeten it a little bit with maple syrup or monk fruit if you need to. It's just great. No sugar. I mean, hot chocolate with no sugar. How great is that? It's got mushrooms in it too. It's terrific. A188. I think your name's Amy. Did you say your name's Amy? It's wild weather. It hailed in Southern California. That's crazy. Kit World. Do you know if elevated reverse T3 can have implications on brain health? I do not know. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're the best. I'm sorry. I don't know much about that. Tammy shared some of your ADHD info with my therapist. She was wanting to learn more. Awesome. Thank you. I love hearing that. I'm so glad. I love it when we had some medical doctors on the other day. We were talking about fasting and chemotherapy. That was very cool. So I love it when professionals are using this information to help. Someone was on last night saying they were a nurse in an Alzheimer's ward, and I'm so glad to provide information for that. I love it when people are using this information in a professional setting. It's great. What's the mushroom coffee called? Ashriatim. It's called Omyum, OMYUM. You can go to getomyum.com. This is OMYUM. And use the coupon code LOVE15. Make sure you subscribe. You save $10 when you subscribe. This costs $50, which is for a month, which I know that's expensive. But wait, it gets better. When you subscribe, it goes down to $40. And then when you use my coupon code LOVE15, it goes down to $34 a month. That's like $1.10 a day, $1.10 a day to feel better. I really like this to reduce anxiety, improve productivity. It's amazing. If you're feeling burnt out or tired at like 2, 3, 4 p.m., try a serving of this. Totally get another hour or 2 of work. It's great. Money back guarantee. You're going to love it. So you can get the link below my profile, and it's the Lion's Mane coffee replacement. You got to scroll all the way down to products for optimal health. Or go to getomyum.com, subscribe, and enter LOVE15. Didn't you have a good replacement drink to offer guests? Yes. Yes, Plans for Life. I just shared that. That's the one. You are welcome, Amy Farr, for all the great info. Yeah, ZMCK. All the things I just said for traumatic brain injury are probably good for brain fog. The question about brain fog, who wants to learn about brain fog? I just want to make sure that this is something that we want to know about. One Soldier Mom, you got your Aurora Lion's Mane today. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. All right, who wants to learn about brain fog? We're getting some thumbs up. Me, I do. Outstanding. All right, then we shall do it. So the thing with brain fog is it depends on what's causing it. Some people get brain fog because they were in a home with carbon monoxide, and that starved their brain of oxygen. Some people get brain fog because their brain's not using glucose effectively. Approximately 50% of Americans are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. That means they are not using glucose and energy effectively. That means the brain is likely starved of energy. That increases the risk of brain fog. So who's ever been tired, um, and you felt you had trouble thinking? You had brain fog just from being tired. Is that affected anybody? Definitely, it used to happen to me after working out, and then I started doing deep breathing, and I started taking boost oxygen after exercise. That really helped. And so after exercise, my muscles were sucking up oxygen to repair themselves. And so my brain was not getting enough oxygen. Therefore, it was not able to do cellular respiration and make energy. So this was a problem. And so I was using boost oxygen. Do I have mine here? It's the little green can. It's really great. They are not a sponsor of the show, but they are great. So just lack of energy can cause brain fog. Another cause of brain fog is stress. When we are stressed, when we're in fear, it's difficult to make decisions. Who's noticed that when you're stressed or in fear, like your mind doesn't work as well? Anyone else notice that? Like it's hard to see uh, the right things to do. Stress really limits our ability to see and understand things, and we just try to protect ourselves. By the way, it's harder to see the benefits of something when we're stressed or in a bad mood. And it's easier to see what's wrong. So if you want to edit a paper, for example, and you want to find what's wrong with the paper, just do it when you're in a bad mood or you're stressed, and you'll find a bunch of stuff wrong with it. It's really interesting. So stress can contribute to brain fog. Lack of energy can contribute to brain fog. Lack of nutrition can contribute to brain fog. Another brain superfood is eggs, egg yolks. Why? Because of the choline. Choline is an important precursor to acetylcholine. According to research from the Journal of Nutrition, I think it's from 2019, they found that 90%, 9 out of 10 people, were not consuming enough choline. That's a big problem. You need enough choline to help make acetylcholine, which is an important neurotransmitter in memory, also muscle movement. This is muscle movement, twiddling of the fingers. There's even some interesting research to show that increasing acetylcholine might help with Parkinson's disease, which is a motor movement issue. Parkinson's disease is thought to be primarily dopamine disease or lack of dopamine disease, and acetylcholine may be involved. So eggs, very important to get choline. If you're not eating enough choline, your brain may lack acetylcholine. That can cause brain fog or contribute to brain fog. Zinc is another one. Magnesium is another one. So those are three nutrients a lot of people may be deficient in. Approximately 50 to 70% of Americans, I think the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, said that approximately 70% of Americans, 7 out of 10 of us, do not eat enough magnesium rich foods. That means 7 out of 10 of us, unless you're supplementing magnesium, may be deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic processes in your body, from energy to metabolism to the immune system to bone health to brain health. Really important stuff. And so if you don't have enough magnesium, that could help, or that could cause brain fog or contribute to brain fog. All of these could be contributing factors to brain fog. Another one is water. If you're dehydrated, you can have brain fog. A friend of mine, his father-in-law went to the ER, just his mind was gone. His memory was terrible. He wasn't able to speak. He wasn't able to think. Like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with dad? Turns out he was dehydrated. Dehydration can knock your brain out like that. And so it's really important to make sure you're drinking enough water. Also, in the vein of water, you want to make sure you're consuming enough salts, sodium, magnesium, potassium, not too much, but the right amount. If you don't have enough of these salts in your water, in your blood, in your body, that can make brain function more difficult. So if you're sweating a lot, if you're exercising a lot, you need to make sure you are replenishing your salts, your sodium, potassium, magnesium. All of those things are contributing factors to brain fog. I have left one very important thing out. Who knows who knows perhaps the number one cause of brain fog in the United States? I'll give you 10 seconds to guess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mold. Sugar. And Lindsay says lack of sleep. Lindsay gets it. Big roar to Lindsay. Sleep. Over the last, I think it's 20 or 30 years, we have gone to approximately 7 hours of sleep on average to I think about 6 on average. Over the last 20 years, we've lost an hour of sleep on average. And I think stress has increased aside from that. But stress has increased in part because we watch a lot of news and the news has gotten more segmented. The news used to be on ABC, CBS, and NBC, and it used to be the nightly news. I was meant to talk to everybody. I was meant to be semi unbiased. Now it's extremely biased, and it says so. We know who watches Fox, generally conservatives. We know who watches CNN, generally liberals or CNBC. There does, and then I don't know what moderates watch. I don't know if they watch the news. Um, so the news is now very tailored to specific points of view, and it allows them to make the news more scary, saying, look what all those other people are doing. I'm not saying which side's right or wrong. I don't think either side's right or wrong. I think it's just part of the story. I think, and I don't think there are two sides to politics. I think there's how many people are in the United States? 300 million. So there's potentially 300 million sides to the current issues that we're facing. And I think everyone's equally correct. I think most of our views are simply just incomplete. And so the news is extremely stressful. It's very scary, especially with the pandemic over the last 2 years. People were glued to the television. And research shows, where's my book? From Tony Robbins in his book, Life Force. Who's gotten the Life Force book? It's tremendous, incredible, great resource. That fear was one of the greatest contributing factors to death from the virus. Fear. What did the news increase? Fear. So the news significantly increased the morbidity from the virus based upon the idea that news increased fear, which it generally did. So, all these things contribute to brain fog. The lack of sleep is just terrible. Very few people get enough sleep, except now the high performers. Athletes generally get enough sleep. They get 8 to 10 hours of sleep on average, professional athletes. And then the high performers. The high performers used to be, 5 or 6 hours working all day, barely sleeping. Now the high performers are doing 7 to 9 hours consistently because they know how important sleep is. And I just learned this from Max Lugavere on a podcast. If you do not get good sleep for one night, let's say instead of doing 8 hours, you do 4 hours. If you do that, the next day, your metabolism is really bad. Basically, your metabolism is like that of someone who is pre-diabetic. So someone who's healthy today, they don't sleep tonight. Tomorrow, they have the metabolism of someone who's pre-diabetic. That's how important sleep is, and that's how detrimental and dangerous just one night of bad sleep is. It also increases the amount of plaque in your brain. When we sleep, we get a rush of cerebral spinal fluid in the brain through something called the glymphatic system. This is like the lymphatic system for your brain. Basically, gives us a brainwashing. And if you don't sleep and you don't get that brainwashing, plaque accumulates in the brain, and we see more plaque in the cerebral spinal fluid the next day. So it's really important to get your sleep to cleanse your brain of the accumulated plaque and toxins and so forth that are in your brain. Does this make sense? Give me a roar if you're committed to getting better sleep. I mean, if you're experiencing any sort of brain fog, lack of energy, any health challenges, perhaps step one is to get your sleep dialed in. And sleep feels good. Sleep is fun. If you like dreaming, dreaming's great. If all kinds of great benefits of sleep. So let's give it up. Let's give a big roar to sleep. Not only is it fun and enjoyable, it repairs us, it helps us grow, helps us repair, helps us consolidate memories. If you don't sleep for 48 hours, if you go 48 hours without sleep, you will not have memories from those 48 hours. You need to consolidate consolidate memories minimum every 48 hours, ideally every 24. So some people at Burning Man, which is something I go to every year, they'll stay up for 2-3 days. And I'll say, hey, you're not going to have memories from those 2 days. Sure, you had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. But whatever you learned, that's not going to be in there. It's not there because you need to sleep to consolidate those memories. It's one of the reasons why I'm very unhappy with our current educational system that requires teenagers to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. to get to school. Who thought up that idea? What do teenagers need? Sleep. Goodness gracious, they need sleep. There's a great study done. There's a small town. They changed the start time of high school from, I think it was 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. It might have been 8 to 10 a.m. Basically, they increased it by 2 or 3 hours. Here's what happened. SAT scores on average went up 100 points. 100 points. By giving teenagers more sleep, the average SAT score went up 100 points. Not only that, perhaps even more important, car accidents went down. So the teenagers did better on the SAT, which is was a very important test for getting into college, and they had fewer car accidents. Why is that? Well, they're probably more alert. They might be making better decisions, you know, and so forth. So really, really important. So this idea of having kids wake up early to go to school is just silly. It's counterproductive. And if you ask both parents and teachers, is sleep important for teenagers? Yes. Then say, well, then why are you asking them to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. when they want to sleep until 10? And they'll just look at you like, well, I don't know. It was like, they'll all say, it was like this when I got here, right? Why are you making my teenager wake up at 6 a.m. when they're sleep deprived and they stay up until midnight doing homework? Why are you doing this? I don't know. It was like that when I got here. Well, I'm not going to play in that system when I have kids. Sleep is that important. I would much rather my kids show up late every day to school and miss whatever class that is and just know that they got good sleep. And I'll write them a note. Yes, my child's allowed to miss your class. Why? Because sleep is more important, period. That's it. Oh man, I'm already out of water. This water was so good. Okay, if you're just arriving, please enter your first name, where you're from in the chat. If you're an evolving lion, give me a roar. If you've learned something in the last hour, please drop in the chat what you have learned, and I will read that so that people who are just joining us can review and learn what you've learned. All right, so Mary May learned, I need more sleep. Okay, good for you. So HT Dance, the question is not how to make teenagers go to bed earlier. Generally speaking, their natural cycle wants to stay up late. It's not just teenagers want to be rebellious and stay up late, though that's part of it. It's also that they naturally stay up later. Little kids, on the other hand, naturally go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. My sister has two sons, 3 and 7. They're up at 6 a.m. That's just when they naturally wake up. As we get older, our cycle shifts. And so trying to make teenagers go to bed at 9 p.m., that's just unlikely to work with their schedule. And they're not going to anyway. So I think the thing is simply start school later. I sleep on the weekends. That can help, but you want to sleep regularly. Whatever you're sacrificing sleep for in your life, I can almost guarantee you that your life will be better and that area of your life will be better if you sleep more. So rarely is it worth the trade-off to sacrifice sleep for something else. Rarely. It might be from time to time, but rarely is that the case consistently. And I know mothers, I know you want to be there for your children, and I get that. I know being a mother requires often being up early to help with the kids, or kids wake you up at night, and then staying up late to maybe help the kids with homework or help with baths, and then clean up the house. Being a mother, I know, is a really time intensive, energy intensive, exhausting, thankless job, and often sleep is sacrificed. I get that. And I want to acknowledge you for those of you who are mothers and caretakers. Thank you for what you're doing. Now, how can you get better sleep in all of this? How can you take care of yourself, take care of your children, take care of your family, and get better sleep? That's the question I want you to ask. I don't want you to say, well, I can't do that because of this, this, and this. Just ask, how can you get better sleep? How can you get 30 more minutes a day? I'm sure you can come up with something. Mothers who are here who would like to get more sleep, I'd love for you to put any idea of how you can get 30 more minutes of sleep a day or how you can get better sleep. I'll tell you how you can get better sleep. One way is to reduce your stress. Stress impairs sleep. Stress not only inhibits our ability to fall asleep, we're much more likely to wake up. Don't believe me? Try this experiment. Write down all the stuff you are scared of before you go to bed and think about it before you go to bed. You will likely have trouble falling asleep and you will likely wake up kind of upset about some things because your mind's been turning those things over and over as you sleep. I mean, I don't recommend doing this, but if you don't believe me, you can try this for yourself. So reducing your stress. One way to reduce your stress is to write down what you're grateful for. And this is really cool, positive expectation of tomorrow. You may have heard me say this before. I learned this, I think, from Tim Ferriss and Matthew Walker. I think that's where I learned this from. Positive expectation of tomorrow improves sleep quality. So last night I said, what am I excited about tomorrow? Well, I'm doing physical therapy with my mother. I went to physical therapy with my mother today. That was a great experience. He was really wonderful. My mother really liked him. She's doing her exercises now. She's making great progress. So I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to my morning walk. And there was something else. Oh, the Lion's Den. I was looking forward to this. I like this time with you. And so I think about that before I go to bed. So when I go to sleep, I say, oh my gosh, I am excited for tomorrow. So positive expectation of tomorrow is a way to improve sleep quality. Reducing stress is a way to improve sleep quality. Who was here on 2/22/23? Who was here 2 days ago? So that would have been Wednesday, where we committed to letting go of stress kind of permanently, of just trusting. If you do your best and you're honest, things are going to work out for you. Who believes that, by the way? Who believes if you do your very best and you're honest, things will eventually work out? Who believes that to be true? Give me a roar. Give me a yes. Give me something. Yes, Gigi Pups. I do. Flying Monkey Mom. What a great tap. Roar. Roar, roar, roar. I hope so. I do not. Okay. For sure. So Einstein pretty much asked the same question. Einstein, pretty smart dude. He said, joyful cups. No, I have horrible postpartum anxiety and worry about everything. I'm very sorry. Can we pray for you? Can we send some love and prayers to Joyful Cups? Please help her to address her postpartum anxiety in a healthy way. Help her to get the help she needs. Please relieve her of her stress and anxiety. Help her to get good sleep. Help her to be a good mom. Please reduce her stress today, tomorrow, and every day. Help her to get good sleep and to be her very best and to trust in the goodness of the universe. Sending you love and prayers. Okay. So Einstein, thank you for those of you who shared some love and prayers. If you want to send her some love in the chat, that would be wonderful. So Einstein said, the most important question is this a loving universe or not? Einstein. So if you believe this is a loving universe, then you can relax. Seriously, if you believe the universe is out conspiring for your good, a loving universe, then we can trust. Trust knowing that if you do the right thing and you're honest, things are going to work out. I stress honesty because dishonesty is very stressful. Who feels me in that? Because if you're dishonest, then you got to have the stress of, am I going to be discovered? And then what lie did I tell this person? You got to keep track of it. Lying's very stressful because like, shoot, what did I say to this person? And how can I continue the lie? And am I going to get found out? This was me in my 20s. I was like, okay, what lie did I tell this person? It's very, very stressful. I don't recommend doing that. I wish someone would have told me very early, either in my business career or in school, the worst thing you can do is lie because people aren't going to want to work with you. It's just not going to work out. You are going to get discovered. And it's much better to make the mistake and say, hey, I made the mistake and be honest with it and learn from it. I wish someone would have told me the number one business skill is honesty. You can, if you're competent and honest, but you still make mistakes, that's fine. If you're like, oh, you forgot to do the thing you said you would do. Okay. Or you didn't do it because of this. Okay. But if you say, yes, I did that thing I said I would do, but you didn't, now you're not trustworthy. And now I don't want to work with you anymore. And so honesty is really, really important. Your words are important. Words have meaning. So it's important that your words are true. That way the universe kind of knows what's happening. So does that make sense? So if you say words that aren't true, other humans get confused and the universe gets confused and it doesn't know what to do with you. But if you speak the truth and you do your very best, then other humans can help you say, look, you're upset and I can see you're upset and you're upset because of this. And I'd like to help you. And the universe says, oh my gosh, this person is happening. Things are happening for them. How can I help? Yes, Holly on YouTube. Words create. Absolutely. Any landmark people, anybody into landmark, the landmark forum, the power to create, great self-development course. Really love it. They talk about our words create things. So much so if I say I'm going to do something, then that helps the creation process. So if I say, hey, I'm going to do a TikTok live tonight, that starts the process. Now I'm going to do it because I want to be here for you. I have been a little bit late. I don't like that I say I'm going to be here at 10 and I'm on at 10:30. I'm not sure what to do about that. I could say 10:30, but I'm concerned you all aren't going to be here. So I got to work. I got to clean up my time. I'm saying, we're going to start on I'll put out videos that say we're going to start at 10 Sometimes we do, but sometimes we start at like 10:30, like tonight, and I don't like that. So I got to work on my own words there. Um, all right. So does all this make sense? So if you do your very best and you're honest, other humans can help you. We don't like helping dishonest people because that just feels weird, right? Um, and then the universe can help you too. And if you believe that those things, we can really reduce our stress. So all you have to do is just say, "Hey, did I do my best today? And was I honest?" Okay, I can relax because everything else is forgivable. Forgivable. Seriously, if you do your best and you're honest, other reasonable humans will forgive you if you make a mistake. Um, People are a lot less forgiving with dishonesty. Storm remedy. I'm honest, can't stand being lied to. Yeah. And if you're in business, it's doubly worse, right? Because then that affects your customers. And now you got to see, okay, what went wrong? Oh, you lied to me about that email going out. It never went out. That's why we didn't make as many sales. That's why our numbers are off. And I've been worried for days about something else is broken, but someone just simply lied to me. This is a problem. Okay. Just catching up on the comments here. Seattle Net in the house. Awesome, Aluna smile. I love how you said that. What you put out comes back. Yes. Interesting, Ortega. So karma actually means action, which I thought was very interesting. So karma means action. I don't know how it works with what goes around comes around, but I've definitely found that to be true. Where if I lie to someone, I'm much more likely to be lied to, and it hurts much more than when I put it out. And same thing with good things. When I do good things, more good things come my way. So karma means action. So take action of what you want to create, and that's more likely to come back to you. Dozer, the words you speak have the power of life and death in them. Absolutely. The real Bryn official. The real Bryn official, not the fake Bryn official, but the real Bryn official. This is such a great live jam packed with value. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Moon Bubbles. I'm trying to command more respect at a new job. Do you have tips for being an effective communicator? Certainly. One is be honest. And be direct, especially if you're working with men. Men really like direct. Women, in general, I find like a little bit more um, getting to know each other in conversation. So when I do business with women, there's a lot more chat back and forth, and that feels comfortable. When it's men, it's like, "Hi, how are you? Okay, let's get down to business." It's really like that. So just expect that. I've noticed that. That's not true for everyone, but I've just found that to be true, generally speaking. Um, so be honest, be direct, and be punctual and be reliable. People will depend upon you. They'll say, "Hey, Moon Bubbles is on her. She's on top of her stuff. She's on time. She gets her stuff done on time. Do what you say you will do." I would say that's the biggest thing. If you say you're going to have something done by 5 o'clock on Tuesday, have it done at 4:59 on Tuesday. Send that in. Don't say it's going to be done at 5 p.m. on Tuesday and it's done at 5:05 or the next morning. Have your stuff done when you say you will. So have your words match your actions. That's really, really powerful because that's dependable, reliable, and then what you say can be trusted. There's a great book by Amy Cuddy called Presence. Anyone know Amy Cuddy? Amy Cuddy's a Harvard professor, Harvard Business School. She's a psychologist, and she has a great TED Talk on body language. And she talks about how the body language that we hold affects our hormones and affects our confidence and our ability to communicate and our ability to succeed. I recommend watching her TED Talk and getting her book. It's called Presence. Great, great book. Excuse me. And I would practice using her power poses before meetings. So if you're a little bit nervous about meetings, um, try that. Also, another way to get more respect is to dress the part. Dress like dress like someone who has the job ahead of you. So dress like your boss. Dress like someone who's successful. I don't know what job you're in. Generally, the way you present yourself, the way you look, and carry yourself like a successful person. So good posture. And I wouldn't try to speak too quickly. I speak a little bit too quickly. If you want to be really powerful, speak clearly in a way that's engaging. Also, learn how to tell good stories. Who likes good stories? Give me a roar if you like good stories. So stories are a way to communicate ideas and lessons and kind of hold the floor in an entertaining way. And so stories, study the hero's journey and study stories, and learn how to tell a good story and have good stories that illustrate your positive qualities or mistakes other people have made that you've learned from. And those can be really captivating. So you can say, hey, say, hey, can I tell you a story about that? And then you can tell a 2-minute story and people will be interested. Like, hey, Moonbell was a pretty interesting storyteller. That was pretty good. So those are my suggestions. Watch the TED Talk by Amy Cuddy. Get her book Presence. Amy Cuddy is spelled Cuddy. Get the book Presence. Dress well, have good posture, and learn how to tell good stories. Kamar 69, is water with salt good? Yes, assuming that your body needs salt, which it likely does. Some of us get too much salt from processed food. If you're not eating processed food, you can probably use some more salt. Asking for help sometimes and following through with your words. Yes, user 49. One lesson I got a week ago. So here's an example. Moon Bubbles. I'm going to tell you a little story. So I had a great Thursday night. So I went out with my friends. It was the first night of this festival called Love Burn, this Burning Man event. It was great. We went out really early at like 9:00. I gave my friends L-tyrosine, which increases dopamine, and my lion's mane. We had a great night. We went dancing. We saw art. We listened to music. We had a ton of fun. It was really, really great. At the end of the night, we went to this art installation where it was giant heart with an arrow through it. And you'd ask the heart a question and you spin the heart. And then the arrow points to an answer. And so an answer I got, the question I asked was, what can I do to make my experience as fun as possible at this event? The answer was gratitude. So the arrow pointed at this tree and the tree said gratitude. And I immediately got it. I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm grateful, I'm going to enjoy this a lot more. So that was cool. Then we head back to camp, and it's around 2 a.m. this time. I am tired. I am ready to go to sleep. I've spent the last 2 days building camp. I'm tired. The camp next door their sound system is massively loud and it's shaking my RV. My RV is rattling. I put in earplugs. I try to go to sleep. It doesn't work. I toss and turn from 2 a.m. until 4:30 a.m. It's awful. I eventually grab my blanket and pillow and eye mask and I walk out to the beach. This is in Miami. I find a quiet place on the beach and I like put the blanket over my head and I get 4 hours of sleep, maybe. The next day I'm in rough shape. I don't remember what I did much that day. I took some aniracetam that helped bring my energy and mood back up, but I did not have a good day. I was really low energy. I had trouble thinking, speaking. I just didn't want to hurt myself or hurt anybody else. So I just tried to lay low. That night, they're blasting the music again. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful. What do I do? And so I said, listen, I'm just going to get out of the festival. So I walked to the end of the road. I go back to the beach. The spot where I am, they're now playing DJ music. So there's now loud music right there. Can't do that. Move to another place on the beach. Can't sleep there. I then walk out of the festival, really pretty far away. And I bring my blanket and I try to sleep there. Now the bugs are getting me. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I've tried to sleep around people. It's too loud. I try to sleep away from people. The bugs are getting me. This is awful. And I'm delirious with sleep deprivation. It's awful. First camp I come to, or first person I come to, I say, hey, do you have any bug repellent? No, I don't. Okay. Next camp, I just sit down in a chair and they're like, dude, you look pretty tired. I'm like, yes, I'm so tired. They say, hey, do you want to sleep in our like pillow area? There's just a bunch of pillows and blankets there. I say, yes, I so do. And so I curl up and sleep in there. Wake up the next morning, feel amazing. And the next day I have my important speaker series on neuroscience and I have an hour and a half talk that I give. It was great. So what's the lesson? The lesson is ask for help, right? I didn't want to ask for help. I tried to sleep alone on the beach multiple times, tried to sleep far away from other people to get away from the noise. That didn't work. What worked was asking for help when I needed it. And so that's my lesson. And so now when I'm having troubles, either at home or in my business, I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to say, look, I tried this. I'm not saying don't try, but hey, I've tried to solve this problem myself. I don't have skills or expertise. I would like some help with this. And I'm going to be more comfortable asking for help. I've been a solopreneur, like an entrepreneur, just working with myself for a while. And so I'm used to trying to do everything myself. I'm now at a point where that's not the most effective thing to do. The more effective thing to do is to do what I'm good at and then ask for help with what I struggle with. Does that make sense? Give me a roar if that makes sense. So So that's a good lesson. So if you're struggling with something, ask for help. And this is one of the reasons why I love the Lions Den, because a lot of you have questions that I can help with. And so I want to be of help to you. And I ask you for help for questions. I say, hey, what do you want to learn about? I want to put together a masterclass on Alzheimer's disease. What do you want to know about? You want to know about food? You want to know about brain fog? You want to know about supplements? Okay, great. Who are some experts you want me to interview? Okay, I'll write those down. So I ask you for help as well. So I want you to be comfortable asking for help from other humans. I'm saying this really directly to myself because this is new for me. I'm used to trying to do it all myself. So I'm now becoming more comfortable asking for help from other humans. And Moon Bubbles, that is an example of a story. It had it had a beginning. It had a challenge, which was I couldn't sleep. And then I tried to solve the challenge. I couldn't do it on my own. I came to the realization I actually need to ask other humans for help. And that's the lesson I learned. All right. And that's my story. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you, Karina. I thought it was a good story. Yes, BPC 157 is helping my shoulder. I'm just about to order more. Amy, you just got your lion's mane. Awesome. Tell me how it goes. Please take some for sleep. Infrared sauna is great. So infrared sauna versus steam. So sauna is better than steam. First of all, sauna is better for your immune system than steam. Sauna is dry, and steam is wet. And the challenge with that is that bacteria and viruses can exist and breed in wet. So wet is more dangerous than dry for viruses and bacteria, for example. So uh, sauna by default is more hygienic than a steam room. Second of all, there's more data on saunas than there are on steam rooms. And so we don't know the benefits of steam rooms. They're likely beneficial, but we know from research out of Finland that saunas are very beneficial. Sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes reduces. Hey, thank you for the glasses, MCell, the MCell. Sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes reduces the risk of Alzheimer's, stroke, and heart disease by 50% or more. We know that for sauna. We don't know that for steam room. So if you want the health benefits, oh, thank you for the hat. Terrible. I couldn't see the whole name. Thank you for the hat. So if you want the health benefits, go with the sauna. And if you want it, some people are concerned about being in public steam rooms because of potentially sharing disease. So sauna, much, much better. This is better than therapy. Thank you so much, Ali. I so appreciate that. Dawn, it makes sense. Shanti Prince, it makes sense. Always be kind. Thank you. The EMSA, where have you been? Did you miss my story? I just told a great story. I think it was a great story. HT2 Dance couldn't call the cops to have them turned down. First of all, I tried to talk with them. I tried to talk with our noisy neighbors. I said, hey, your stuff is really loud. We're camping right next to you. It's shaking my RV. Could you turn it down? They said, no, we're allowed to play this loud. We have certification from the festival. We can play this loud, and we can play from sundown to sunrise. I said, really? That's when people sleep. You can play so you can play the whole time it's dark. Well, when are we going to sleep? It turns out they actually did not have permission to play that late. They only had permission to play until 4 a.m., which is way too late. They got a bunch of complaints. They're not going to be invited back. It was really unfortunate because if we're neighbors, right, I would like to think that if you're doing something that was affecting your neighbor negatively, you would change your behavior, right? Most of us would do that, right? Most of us want to be good neighbors. And so these were our neighbors at this festival, at this event. And I said, hey, we're your neighbors, and what you're doing is having a negative impact on us. It's having a severe negative impact on us. We request that you change what you're doing. And they said no. They did turn it down during the day. Then they started playing music during the day. That was just crazy, right? They're playing all night. And then I have my speaker series on Saturday, and we're like noon to 5. And then they start blasting their music. I'm like, hey, can you please not play loud right now? We're doing our thing. This is why we came. This is what we're giving to the event. And with you playing your music, it's really difficult for us. Can you just turn that down? And there wasn't even anyone dancing to their music. They're like, oh, do we just want to turn on for our camp? I'm like, dude, you played all night. Now you're playing during the day and no one's even listening. And I'm trying to run my speaker series and like I'm having trouble hearing myself. This is crazy. So yeah, they were not good neighbors. And so this was their first time doing a camp. They didn't understand it's a community event. It's not just we show up and play our loud music because we can. Um, it's a community event, and they missed that. And so I don't want to say that they're wrong. I just want to say that their level of evolution, their level of personal development and evolution was not high enough to participate in this event. Right? They're not wrong. They're not bad people. They're just not evolved enough to participate at this high level event, right? If you're going to live around strangers for 4 days and everyone came there to contribute and to have a good time, and we're living in this community, you have to be willing to understand that your actions affect the community. And if you haven't evolved to that level yet, if you haven't developed empathy for your neighbors yet, then this isn't the right place for you, right? And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're just not there yet. And so maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, maybe 10 years, they'll get it. And they'll be like, oh wow, what we do affects other people. And that's worth considering. And that's what we need to take into account as we come to this event. Oh, what we're doing is inhibiting other people's ability to give what they said they were going to bring to this event, which is the speaker series. That's a problem. Let's change our behavior. So we did talk with them. We tried many times. I think I think next year I'm going to bring a shirt that says security and a radio. And so that way, if people are doing obnoxious things, I can have someone in my camp put on the security shirt with a radio, and that way they look like they're security. They don't need to say they're security, but they can just wear a shirt that says security and have a radio so it looks like they're security. Say, excuse me, could you turn this down? We've gotten some complaints. And I can complain to this person. So it's not technically lying. It's very clear. The person's wearing a shirt, they got a radio, and they say, we got some complaints. That's totally honest, right? So I think I'm going to do that. Is there a test to test for dementia? Yes. There's a test for mild. This is Cool Mom Nat. So there's a test for mild cognitive impairment. There's nothing mild about it. It's pretty substantial memory loss. If someone has mild cognitive impairment, they know they are losing their memory. And so I have a test for that. It's an FDA certified memory test. If you'd like to take a free FDA certified memory test, if you click here and scroll down to the place that says apply to work with me, you can apply for a free FDA certified memory test. Okay. What do you think of my answer there of playing security? Good idea, right? Awesome, buddy boys. Let me know how it goes. Always be kind tomorrow. Yes, totally. Happy Friday, Ocean Favor. Yes, you learned to camp near the old folks. I gladly would have camped near the old folks. I didn't know there was going to be like it's called a sound camp. I didn't know there was going to be a sound camp right next to us. It was a residential area. Like there were tents around this place. Why was there a sound? I was really mad at the festival. It was really um inappropriate to have a loud sound system amongst all these tents. I was really unhappy with the festival. It's really poorly designed. And I'm writing them a note and saying, look, this was inappropriate. This ruined at least 1.5 of my days there because of poor structural planning. You can't do this. You can't have loud speakers. First of all, you can't let someone play all night. That's inappropriate. Number two, you can't do it in a residential area. If someone's gonna have loudspeakers, they need to be where all the other loudspeakers are. They can't be near tents. Antoinette, haven't had an appetite and I've lost 10 pounds in about 3.5 weeks. Am I okay taking vitamins? I don't know, Antoinette. How do you feel? Yes, Lucille is very inconsiderate. Is infrared better than traditional sauna? Christy, we don't know. We think so. The important thing is to get into a sauna. So if there's a sauna near you, whether infrared or traditional, I recommend starting. Check with your medical doctor, make sure it's safe for you. Sauna is safe for most healthy adults. If you're going to buy a sauna, infrared allows you to sit in there for longer at less heat and still get the same benefit. Jonesy, you like that? I thought it was pretty funny. Oh, Ashria Tim, I go live most weekday nights at approximately 10 p.m. Always be kind. I buy all my neighbors moving in a house gift. That's awesome. Great idea. It would have been really smart of me to make friends with them while they were setting up, that would have been the smart play. Just say, "Hey, welcome to Loveburn. What are you bringing here? Hey, you got some nice speakers here. Okay, when are you playing? Okay, great." And then just make friends with them. So that way, when I asked them to turn it down, it would have been a friend asking rather than a neighbor they didn't know. So I could have done better. I could have introduced them. I could have asked them, "Hey, can you make sure to set up your speakers so your sound is contained and not blasting us?" There's a way to design speakers and the layout so it's less loud. I could have done those things. I could have done better myself. I was not ready for a really loud camp to be right next door. And my RV, by the way, was the closest one to them. It was rattling and shaking. It was crazy. And I was like, here's the postscript to the story. So I kept on asking the security to go over there and tell them to turn it down. And they said, "Hey, we're stopping at midnight on Sunday." I said, "Okay, great. I'll be able to get some sleep Sunday night." They said that's multiple times. "We're stopping at midnight on Sunday." 2 a.m. Sunday, 2 a.m. Monday morning. So Sunday night, Monday morning, 2 a.m. I start hearing the really loud bass. And I'm in my RV trying to sleep. I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." I'm like, "This is effing crazy." They said 12 multiple times. They're playing again. I'm losing my mind. And so I go over there in my jammies and like maybe have my blue blockers on. And like I go up to the DJ booth. I'm like, "Hey man, what's going on? You said you were going to stop playing at midnight. It's 2 a.m. Like, what's going on?" Like, "Oh yeah, we decided we wanted to have fun and we wanted to keep playing." I'm like, "What? You decided you wanted to have fun, so you're gonna keep playing? But you've been saying the whole weekend you're gonna stop 2 hours ago." He said, "Yeah, we decided we want to just have fun tonight." It's like, "Oh gosh." I said, "Look, man, I don't think you want to live your life that way." I'm like, "I think it's a bad idea for you to say one thing and then do something different." I said that. I was really glad I said that. It's like, "Look, I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to say one thing and do another." And then we had a conversation. Then he turned down the bass, which was the only problem. And then it was fine. Um, but I didn't say, "You promised this." I didn't say, "You're hurting our sleep." I didn't try to make it about me. I just said, "Look, I think this is a really bad idea to try to live your life in the way of saying one thing and doing another." Again, we talked about being honest, right? Being honest, being in integrity with our word. This is landmark speak, landmark forum speak. It's being in integrity with your word means doing what you say you will do when you say you will do it, and when you don't, you clean it up. So if I'm going to be late, I call you up and say, "Hey, I'm going to be 10 minutes late." And I tell you that as soon as I know I'm going to be late. That's cleaning it up. Otherwise, I'm going to be there on time because I said I would. Does that make sense? Integrity with your word, doing what you say you will do, when you say you will do it, and when you don't, you clean it up. Really, really powerful. This camp was not in integrity with their word. They said we're going to stop at midnight. They did not. 2 a.m. They're blasting the bass. And then they said, "Oh, we're not going to do what we said we were going to do." That's not in integrity at all. It's really difficult for the universe to help you out if you're not in integrity because it gets confused and other humans get confused, right? I'm now really confused. I'm like, can I trust this group of people at all? Not really. They're showing they're not trustworthy. I mean, if I had the choice of helping them or not, I kind of don't want to help them now because they're not trustworthy. I definitely don't want to do business with them. I don't want to speak kindly about them to others because they're not doing the right things, right? It's not that they're dishonest. They didn't lie to me. They're just simply not in integrity with their word. Lying to me would be like, "Hey, we didn't do that. I never said that." That would be a lie. But saying, "No, I've changed my mind. I now want to play music." That's not necessarily a lie, but that's out of integrity. So that was the postscript of the story of me going over to them at 2 a.m. Monday morning. Like, "Can you please do what you said you would do and turn down the music, please?" And then they turned down the bass, which is he just did like this, and it made all the difference. I'm like, "My gosh, you could have done this all weekend. You did not need super loud bass all weekend. I know you didn't." And there was like no one dancing there. Seriously, it's like at 4 a.m. There's like two people dancing. The speakers are super loud. My RV's shaking. I'm like, "Why are you playing your stuff at full volume?" "Oh, because it's fun." So you got a really loud toy. This is like your neighbor just got a chainsaw for Christmas. And so first day they're out in the front yard with their chainsaw, right? Okay, great. You got a chainsaw. Imagine every night from 9 p.m. until 4 a.m., they're out in the front yard with their chainsaw playing with their loud toy. That's what this camp was doing. People weren't even dancing to their music at this level. Maybe there's like one, two, three people, but it was so loud. It was so unnecessarily loud. They just brought a loud toy and they wanted to play with it. It was clear that that's what they were up to. It wasn't about having people dance to their music. It wasn't about making a contribution. It wasn't about like being an awesome camp. It was simply about, we brought a really loud toy. We want to play this at full volume because that's what we want to do. And if we hurt others, we're okay with that. That's the eventual vibe I got from them. Does that make sense? So it was no longer a um, community gift, which often music is, right? Hey, I brought speakers and music and I want to play this for the community to dance. Great. That's not what they did. They just wanted to be loud. Thank you. Always be kind. Ooh, sax and jazz. Kamar, one of my favorite music sets that I went to was really good sax. So, do you know the song? You know Willy Wonka? You know the Willy Wonka song? Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Sorry, my singing voice is not nearly as pleasant as my talking voice. So, pure imagination. Someone was playing the sax to that. It was so good. I loved that set. It was so great. I actually recorded some of it. It was super good. Thank you for the kind words, everyone. Being loud, obnoxious, is a power move. They like to rub it in. Yeah, they were definitely trying to flex their muscle. They said we have permission to play all night. I'm like, no, I don't think you do. I think you only have permission to play until 4. It's r- The idea that any festival would give someone permission to play all night amidst tents is just really silly. Let your yeses be yes and your nos be no. Yes, Denise, absolutely. Unless you're being sarcastic and funny. Yes, Kelly, that's nice amongst like a regular neighborhood. At Burning Man, people stay up pretty late, and so it's okay if it's okay if the music goes until midnight or even 2. Even 4 would have been reasonable. If I knew the music was gonna go off at 4, I would have been okay with that, but it didn't. The first night they played until like 8 a.m. That's awful. If the music goes off at 4, I can go to bed at 4. But yeah, it was just ridiculous. Could I post some of the sax recording? I might. Oh, by the way, I posted some stuff from the event. I posted a violinist who's playing really good violin. I posted this really cool art installation. It's like 3D art where you'd sit under it and they'd play music, and then the lights change with it. I played some Bohemian Rhapsody. I tried to do the whole thing, but TikTok took it down. But I put some of it there. So I'm putting up some of the videos from the event so you can see some of the art. It's really pretty cool. Yes, Holly. Part of being independent is knowing how to ask for help. Very well said. I fully agree. What do I think of ice baths? They are cold and they're painful. Sauna is pretty relaxing. Ice baths are painful and they're painful every time. They get less painful, but they're still painful every time. My cold shower is a little scary every morning. Like right before I get in the cold shower, I try to distract myself. Oh, let me clean this. Let me do that. Let me do that. I really just want to get into the shower, get it over with. I take quietapine every day, 100 milligrams. I don't know what quietapine is. Me, myself, and Karen. 8 a.m. I know that's crazy. Like, when are we supposed to sleep? Like, by the way, if you ever go to a festival, here's a super powerful tip: go to bed when it's still dark. I know that makes common sense. Let me explain. Some people stay up until sunrise. I used to do that Monday night at Burning Man. This would kill my energy for the rest of the week. Why? Because when the sun rises, that shoots your circadian rhythm. That tells your body, hey, it's time to wake up. If you see the sunrise, then you try to go to bed. It's hard to get sleep. It's hard to get high quality sleep. So here's what to do: stay up however late you want, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Go to bed when it's still dark. Take some melatonin. I mean, follow the medical advice of your doctor. Here's what I do: I stay up as late as I want, and as long as it's still dark, put on an eye mask so it's still dark. Take melatonin, get in my RV, and I stay there for 5, 6 hours. Get 5 or 6 hours of solid sleep. I know it's not much, but that's enough at these events. 5 or 6 hours of good sleep a night is really solid. Um, and you want to start your sleep in the dark. It's really, really important. Someone in my RV, she stayed up all night on Friday. She was really tired on Saturday and Sunday. It's really hard to catch up if you stay up all night. It's really hard to sleep during the day. Sleep is just less valuable during the day. So whatever you do, if you ever come to Burning Man, which I highly recommend, or you go to any of these art music festivals where people stay up pretty late, make sure you go to bed while it's still dark. And makes all the difference. It makes such a big difference. Thoughts on CMOS? Yeah, we went over CMOS 2 days ago. We went really into depth in CMOS. Tammy, who remembers some of the benefits of CMOS? Please drop them in the chat. I'll look them up myself. Who remembers some of the benefits of CMOS? One, it was highly nutritious. Two, I think it reduced inflammation. By the way, why the curiosity on CMOS? I've gotten a lot of questions on CMOS. I haven't seen any advertisements for it. I haven't heard anyone else talking about it, but at least 30 people over the last 3 months have asked about CMOS, which is a lot of people. People would ask about CMOS and black seed oil. And so I'd like to hear what you remember about the benefits of CMOS and why the interest in CMOS. What are the health benefits of CMOS? So who was here last night? Who remembers the CMOS conversation? It might have been 2 nights ago. Okay, we got 10 messages. Let's see what y'all said. It's all over TikTok. Oh. Yes, I eat a can of sardines most days. Inflammation and skin. Yes, it does help with skin. Totally, Ocean Favor. I remember that too. Yes, Lioness, you did ask about methylene blue the other day. I can look for it. Yes, Tammy, it was recorded. It's on YouTube for sure. Okay. Here are another influencer, Alkaline Vegan, mentioned it. Also saw it at a juice bar. You ordered CMOS, but it was so bad. Okay. So here are some health benefits of CMOS. Number one, it's rich in nutrients. CMOS is rich in essential vitamins and minerals such as iron, calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, making it a nutritious food source. Benefit number two, supports digestion. CMOS contains high levels of prebiotic fiber. By the way, prebiotics are food for your probiotics. Your probiotics are your gut buddies. These are the healthy bacteria in your body. Prebiotics are what they eat. So CMOS contains high levels of prebiotic fiber. Your gut bacteria eat fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber, that can help to improve gut health by promoting the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. So it supports your gut bacteria because it contains fiber. Next, benefit number three, it boosts immunity. CMOS is a natural source of antioxidants, which help to protect the body from damage caused by free radicals. These antioxidants also help to boost the immune system. Benefit number four, may support thyroid health. CMOS contains iodine, which is essential for a healthy functioning thyroid gland. This gland produces hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, and development. By the way, if you want to protect your thyroid, I seriously suggest you reduce your exposure to fluoride, specifically fluoride in the water and fluoride in packaged and processed beverages, like any packaged beverage you would buy at the grocery store. Fluoride replaces iodine in the thyroid and reduces thyroid function. Many people who have Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune disease characterized by an underactive thyroid, many of them get relief or benefit by eliminating fluoride from their diet. The way to do that, I mean, you got to bring your own bottled water to restaurants. You got to not eat any processed or packaged foods. You can't eat tea or drink tea. It's very, you need to be very careful. But a friend of mine, Dr. Laura Presley, who ran for city council in the city of Austin, she was able to basically reverse her Hashimoto's by going completely fluoride free. Benefit number five, Ocean Favor. You mentioned this, may improve skin health. CMOS contains collagen, which is a protein that is essential for healthy skin. Collagen is protein used in your skin, hair, and nails, by the way. Collagen supplements also increase bone density and muscle density in women. Collagen helps to improve skin elasticity and can reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. Um, I don't know how true that is. I think it helps with skin. I don't know if it reduces wrinkles, but according to ChatGPT, it does. Benefit number 6. This might be the most important one. May reduce inflammation. Sea moss contains compounds that have anti-inflammatory properties, which can help to reduce inflammation in the body and may benefit conditions such as arthritis and asthma. Let's give it up for sea moss. All right. So what are the benefits of methylene blue? You were very patient. We did not get to it the other day, and you're back, and so I'd like to answer it. Are we cool answering questions about methylene blue? Give me a roar if that's cool. If it's not, give me the sound of another barnyard animal. A roar, roar, roar. Sure. Pet parent, you'll try my product. Great. So mine's roarlionsmane.com if you want to try my supplement. I don't recommend alkaline water, 75 Jonesy. Your stomach is acidic. Your stomach has a acidity of between 1 and 2. It's highly acidic. Alkaline water, so water I think is between 6 and 7. What's the pH of water? I think it's 7. pH of water is 7. So alkaline water is like 7 point something. So normal water is between 6.5 and 8.5. So it might be 8.5. You don't want to drink alkaline water because that hurts your stomach acid. You want your stomach to be acidic. It's naturally acidic. That's the way it's supposed to be. So I don't recommend alkaline water as a health practice. Okay. There is no collagen in sea moss, according to the collagen guy. Okay, thank you. What did this say? This says sea moss contains collagen. So you're saying, so the collagen guy is saying there's no collagen in sea moss. Okay, so Chat GPT may have incorrect information. Thank you, the collagen guy. Tammy, thank you for asking. I have no desire to create my own brand of sea moss. I'm not an expert in sea moss. I may do. No, I'll tell you when I'm more serious about it. I don't want to tell you things I'm thinking about doing. I'll tell you when I'm much more serious. Okay. Uh-oh. Texas mommy does not want. We got a moo. We got one barnyard animal who does not want to learn about methylene blue. Other than that, we got a bunch of roars. Okay. So Texas mommy, you've been outvoted. Yes, no alkaline water. There's no good data that I've seen to show it's good for you, and it's anti what your stomach wants. Your stomach wants acidity. I'm not saying you need to eat nothing but lemons. That would probably hurt your stomach, but drink regular water. Okay. Methylene blue. Methylene blue is a medication that's been used for a variety of medical purposes, including as a dye for medical imaging, treatment of a blood disorder, and potential treatment for other conditions. Here are some potential health benefits. These are potential health benefits. Number 1, neuroprotective effects. Methylene blue has been shown to have neuroprotective properties, which means it can help to protect the brain from damage caused by injury or disease. It's been studied as a potential treatment for Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and traumatic brain injury. Just potential. Number 2, antioxidant properties. Methylene blue has been found to have antioxidant properties, which means it can help protect the body from damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are oxidizing agents. This may have potential benefits for conditions such as cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. Number 3, anti-inflammatory effects. Methylene blue has been found to have anti-inflammatory properties, which means it can help to reduce inflammation in the body. This may have potential benefits for conditions such as arthritis and inflammatory bowel disease. Number 4, antimicrobial effects. Methylene blue has been found to have antimicrobial properties, which means it can help to kill or inhibit the growth of certain types of bacteria and viruses. This may have potential benefits for conditions such as sepsis and urinary tract infections. Ocean Favor, I'm reading to you what methylene blue is. Methylene blue is a medication that's been used for a variety of medical purposes. Lastly, another benefit of methylene blue. Benefit number 5. Treatment for certain medical conditions. Methylene blue is currently used as a treatment for methamoglobinema. We'll just say a blood disorder in which the blood is unable to carry oxygen effectively. Is also being studied as a potential treatment for other conditions such as sepsis, depression, and chronic pain. My understanding is that methylene blue can come as a powder, and then you add water to it, and then you drink it. I ordered methylene blue. A friend of mine recommended I try it, and it was kind of weird. I was like, I don't want to add water to this blue stuff and then drink it. And so I returned it. But that's how to take methylene blue. So that's what I have to say about methylene blue. All right, it is 12:15. It is about time to wrap up. So let me tell you about some of the free stuff we got going on. Yes, 9 Farmhouse. Just started Committed 100. Thanks to you, Dr. Love. I'm diabetic, glucose normal. No, get out of here. Your glucose got normal in 2 days? Am I reading that correctly? 1910 Farmhouse. Did your glucose normalized in 2 days in working with Chad and his team? That's amazing. Can we give a big round of applause to 1910 Farmhouse for normalizing their glucose? Oh my gosh. That is wonderful. That is just wonderful. All right, so 1910 Farmhouse, I'm guessing here's what you did. You probably signed up for the free ebook that I wrote with Chad Tackett, and then you did the free hormonal profile, and then you decided to work with Chad's team. Is that right? Is that approximately how the process went? Yes, the free ebook first. Okay. So if you would like to get really great results with one of the world's leading experts in sustainable weight loss, here's what 1910 Farmhouse did, and here's what you can do. It's the first couple steps are totally free and very informative. Click here, go to the link below my profile, and then that will take you to my link tree. The second link in my link tree says free ebook. I'm just going to it right now. It says free ebook, the top 10 weight loss supplements. So easy and very happy. That's amazing, Farmhouse. I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad. So the second link says free ebook, the top 10 weight loss supplements. Click that, enter your name and your email. And you will get a free ebook in your email. You will also get a free recipe book. The next page offers you a free hormonal profile. As 1910 Farmhouse will tell you, your hormones matter for your ability to lose weight and keep it off. Your hormones are different than mine, and they're different than someone else's. You want to know your unique hormonal profile so you can effectively lose the weight and keep it off. Make sense? So answer the questions to get your own free hormonal profile. So this is in combination or collaboration with Chad Tackett. Chad Tackett is one of the world's leading experts in sustainable weight loss. He's been in the industry 27 years. Might be 28 at this point. So fill out that information. Chad Tackett and his team will contact you. And then if you want to work with them, you can sign up to work with them. There is a cost to that. There is an investment. But the ebook and the hormonal profile are free. And then 1910 Farmhouse has invested in the coaching program with Chad and is already getting amazing results. So that's really cool. So Amy, I recommend you go through the steps. Knowing the number now isn't helpful to you. I want you to get the free ebook first, get the free hormonal profile, and then talk to Chad and his team. Okay? If you just know the number now, that's not really helpful. Like I want you to go through the steps, see the value of the program, understand how it can help you, and then they'll tell you the price. Awesome, 1910 Farmhouse. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that. You're welcome, Amy. Which coaching program? This is with Chad Tackett. And so the coaching program is the very last step. There's a bunch of free stuff I want you to get in the meantime that's helpful to you. So first click here, go to my link tree, and then click the second link. It says, actually, I'll move it to the top right now. It says free ebook, the top 10 weight loss supplements. This is an ebook I wrote with Chad Tackett, one of the world's leading experts in sustainable weight loss. Click there, enter your name and email. We will email you 2 books, one on weight loss supplements. Who wants to lose weight with supplements? These help. Black seed oil is one of my favorites. Black seed oil increases weight loss in double-blind placebo-controlled studies. Another favorite weight loss supplement of mine is lion's mane. Why? Lion's mane improves sleep. Healthy sleep is necessary for sustained weight loss. Very, very important. Those are 2 in the ebook. So get that. The next page, fill out your free hormonal profile, and then talk to Chad and his team. See if the program is a good fit for you. If not, that's totally okay. You'll just have a bunch of free resources that hopefully you can use. Okay, so that's one free resource. Next, several of you have asked about the lion's mane. Here it is. This is raw lion's mane. This is my lion's mane. It's a mixture of 10 medicinal mushrooms. It is 3 things to look for in a good supplement. One's third-party tested or lab tested. That means an independent company has evaluated the supplement for quality and safety. So you can get that. So that's one thing to look for. Next is GMP certified. That's good manufacturing practices. That's a standard of quality in supplements. And lastly, you want a money back guarantee. I just sent someone their money back today because their doctor said they're not allowed to take lion's mane because they're taking a bunch of other medication. And that's just, you want to make sure that whoever you buy supplements from, it's just easy to get a refund. It just makes doing business a lot easier and a lot less stressful. So those are 3 things to look for. My supplement is third party tested, GMP certified, comes with a money back guarantee. This is the best quality lion's mane at the best possible price. If you find a lion's mane that's better quality and a better price, I will pay you $100 cash. Guaranteed. It's that good. Check it out. If you're already taking a lion's mane, I challenge you, take the Roar Lion's Mane Challenge, get mine, see which one you like better. If you don't like mine better, let me know. I will refund your money. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And in best case scenario, you like mine better and I save you money because undoubtedly my lion's mane is less expensive than one you're taking because I've made mine as inexpensive as I possibly can. Right now, it's buy 1, get 3 free. It's crazy awesome. I'm going to keep it at this price as long as I can. I promise you this. I will make this promise. I am not moving the price down. Any price movement is going to be up. I'm not saying I'm going to do that tomorrow, but over the next year, the only direction this price is going is up. It's not going to come down. I just want to be clear about that. So I'm not offering any specials. I'm not offering any discounts on where it is now. This is the best price it's ever going to be. Okay. Next, my Newsweek article. I was recently interviewed for an article on Newsweek, and I'm featured in that. If you want to read that, that is available. This was cool. I talked to a friend of mine today who I did not tell about the article. They said, "Hey, I saw your article in Newsweek. Congrats." I'm like, "Oh, you found it. That's so fun." 75 Jonesy. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And Chad Tackett is one of the world's leading experts in sustainable weight loss. He's my partner on 2 of these books, or collaborator, or co-author. Next, who wants to join the cruise? I'm going to do a video about this. I think we're going to close this out in the next 2 weeks. If we got people for the cruise, we're going to set that up. If not, we'll schedule it for next year. So if you want to do a cruise where we're going to meet somewhere in Florida, either Miami or Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to go on a 3 to 7 day cruise where we're going to do workshops during the day, and we're going to have all kinds of healthy things like sauna and yoga. And we'll bring some experts on board to teach you some cool stuff. I'll be there teaching live. We'll do workshops. It'll be super fun. If you're interested in that, click the link that says Lion's Den Cruise application, and then fill that out. I want to know where you want to go, how much you want to spend, and how long you want to be at sea for. Some of you want to do 3 days, some 7, some want to spend $5,000, some want to spend $1,000. So we just got to get these numbers figured out to do a cruise together. Next, free resources. These are totally free. Basically, the information that I offer you is free at this point. I am going to create some paid information products. A lot of you have been asking questions about certain solutions to things. I'm going to package that information so it'll be available to you conveniently for a pretty low rate. But right now, all these things are free. So one's the free masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease. Who's seen the masterclass? Can you put something in the chat about that? That's 45 minutes of science about how to prevent Alzheimer's with food, supplements, behaviors, exercise. Really, really important. That's totally free. Enter your name and email, and I email you access to that. Or Next is the Brain Fitness newsletter. Who gets the newsletter? Who likes it? I just wrote several today. It comes out every day, and it's filled with free information on how to improve your brain health and overall health, lose weight, healthy foods, healthy supplements, healthy behaviors, benefits, how to make your skin look younger, all kinds of great things. And again, enter your name and email, and I send that to you. That's free. Next, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to send me a personal message, you can do that on Instagram. And I put content on all the different platforms. And then if you're just on TikTok, please follow me on at least one other platform. My TikTok account has been shut down before. Hopefully it won't again. But if you follow me on another account like Instagram, that makes sure that that we can stay in contact. Also, I have an ask of you. Will you please follow my new account, Robert WB Love _guest? I'm going to be interviewing some of the top experts in the field of neuroscience, health and wellness, longevity, memory, and I'm going to be doing it on this new account. It needs to have 1,000 followers so I can bring people live on that new account. So please find Robert WB Love _guest and simply follow that channel. There are some videos on that channel. And that way, once it gets 1,000 followers, I can bring more people on to interview. Next, there is a free masterclass on long haul virus with Dr. Linnell King. And I actually hope to interview him soon for the Lions Den. Dr. Linnell King, very handsome, very smart medical doctor from Johns Hopkins. Next, some of you asked if you'd like to work with me directly. You can do either a personal consultation or you can schedule a free FDA certified memory test. Those links are there. Next, products for optimal health. These products cost money. These are physical products. I use all of them. Number one is Om Yum Lion's Mane coffee replacement. It just says Lion's Mane coffee replacement. This is awesome. Listen to these ingredients. By the way, if you take this, if you try this, please put some love in the chat. Let people know how you like it, if you like it. So this has got organic cacao powder, organic lion's mane. This is so healthy and it tastes amazing. Organic lion's mane, organic reishi, organic chaga, organic cordyceps. So it has all these healthy mushrooms. It's got L-theanine. It's got organic ashwagandha, organic maca, organic Ceylon cinnamon, which improves memory. It's good for the immune system. It's great for the brain. It reduces inflammation. It's got organic curcumin. Curcumin helps prevent the accumulation of plaque in the brain. It's great for the metabolism. It's got pink Himalayan sea salt, stevia extract, black fruit pepper. Black fruit pepper increases the absorption of curcumin. This is awesome. Here's how to save money. Click the Lion's Mane coffee replacement under my profile. Then subscribe. Subscribe saves you $10. This is ordinarily $50 a month. I know that's expensive. When you subscribe, it goes down to $40. That's awesome. Then when you use my coupon code LOVE15, it goes down to $34. That's $3.10 a day. Excuse me, that's $1.10 a day. $1 a day. $1 a day. This improves my productivity, improves my mood, reduces anxiety. I get an extra hour of work done in the afternoon because my afternoon anxiety is much lower. Who gets anxiety in the afternoon? Where are my ADHD geniuses? So I have ADHD and I just get this pent up energy and anxiety in my chest and my body and tension in my body most afternoons. This has significantly reduced it so I can continue to work and I feel really good. This is tremendous. Other people have reported it helps with anxiety. I just feel better and I'm more productive with this. I love this. It tastes great. I add it to my morning drink in the morning with Morning Man. I add it to my morning smoothie. I'll add it to my coffee. It's awesome. Tastes great. I like to blend it with some MCT oil and a little bit of monk fruit sugar. Tremendous. Great for kids. Low in sugar. No sugar. No sugar. This is like great hot chocolate for kids or great chocolate milk for kids. Hopefully with coconut milk or almond milk. Super duper healthy. Feels great. I cannot recommend this enough. I wish I made this. Like I wish this were my product. I'm fortunate enough. I'm sponsored by them. I know the owner. He's great. Really, really awesome stuff. Oh, by the way, I negotiate a great deal for you. When you subscribe, you get that price ongoing. Usually when you subscribe and you use a coupon, you get that price once and then the price goes up. I negotiate. You get that price for as long as you subscribe. So as long as you subscribe, you get that $34 a month. That's crazy. That's so good. Like lock that in and keep that forever. It's so good. Next is the is a skin supplement. This is a detox supplement. I just add that to my supplement regimen. I just added up my pills today, so I just put that back in. That's great. My skin's pretty clear. As you can see, Ageless Skin Detox. You can check that out. There's great data on that. If you want to learn more, you can click the link. Next is Morning Man. Who's tried Morning Man? I know a couple of you have gotten Morning Man. Please put some love in the content. The coupon is love15. The link is below here. If you click here and scroll down to products for optimal health. So click here, then click the Linktree link, and then scroll down to products for optimal health. The first one is Lion's Mane coffee replacement. That's this. That's the one I've been talking about. And then the coupon code is love15. It will automatically populate. So that's where the link is. This is a Lion's Mane coffee replacement. So it's like a powder. It's like a hot chocolate powder. It's delicious. Next, any side effects? Yeah, it's awesome. You feel totally great. So very, very good. If anyone who's taken Omium wants to add something in the chat about how you like it to let people know, so they know it's not just me. Your Lion's Mane is helping with menopause symptoms. Awesome, A Booth. I love hearing that. Fantastic. Next is Morning Man. Morning Man is like Athletic Greens. Who's heard of Athletic Greens? You've probably heard of Athletic Greens. It's a $1 billion company. I saw them advertise on TV. They're getting huge. This Morning Man is as nutritious as Athletic Greens. It's got 50 different superfoods. It's got adaptogens. It's got probiotics, but it tastes great. It tastes so good. Who's got Morning Man? Who likes the taste? It's amazing. Kids like it. It's so good. It's not just for men. It's for women. It's for children as well. For children, I'd recommend the decaf version. It tastes so good. I love starting my day with it. It tastes so very, very good. And it's so rejuvenating for the body. I got some for my dad. Whenever I'm home, he says, "Robert, are you making me a smoothie?" And I thought, you know what, Dad, this isn't sustainable because I'm not always here. Much better for you to be able to make a smoothie. And so he just adds this to his water. You just add it to your water and stir it up with a spoon. It's so good. I've done taste tests, blind taste tests with Morning Man. Almost everyone prefers Morning Man, except my mother. My mother said it's too sweet, but everyone else has preferred Morning Man to Athletic Greens for taste. Same great quality, and it's less expensive. It's less expensive than Athletic Greens. So Athletic Greens is $100 a month. So is Morning Man. When you subscribe to Athletic Greens or Morning Man, the price goes down to $77. That's the best price you're going to get for Athletic Greens. Here's how to get an even better price with me. So for Morning Man, enter the coupon code after you subscribe. Enter LOVE15. That'll save you an additional 15%. That goes down to $63 or $66. So it's like $2 a day. It's a meal replacement and it's a multivitamin. $2 a day. That's an insanely good price for a meal replacement. Your meals, generally speaking, are a lot more than $2. This is 50 different superfoods, adaptogens, probiotics, great health. It tastes great. Kids love it. You can add it to a smoothie or just add it to water, give it to your kids in the morning, get them some really healthy nutrients in the morning. So very good. If anyone's using Morning Man, would you please let people know how you like it? Yeah, Morning Man is extremely nutritional. It's for men, women, and children. Yes, it's called Morning Man. It is underneath if you click here and then click the link below my profile and scroll down, products for optimal health, Morning Man is the third one down there. It's kind of far down. There's also the Harmony pendant. If you're worried about EMFs, EMFs are electromagnetic frequencies that come from our cameras, our cell phones, our computers. This helps reduce the negative impact of that. There's great research on that if you want to read about that. Lastly, some of you have asked about aniracetam. Who's interested in getting aniracetam? It's kind of hard to find. So here's how to get it. If you become a Patreon patron of my channel for just $3 a month, I share with you where to get it as soon as you sign up. If you want to cancel right away, that's okay. I won't be mad at you. But I don't share where I get my aniracetam on the live or in any videos because it will sell out. Then I won't be able to get it. That'll be no bueno. I will not be happy if I can't buy my aniracetam. I love aniracetam. And so if you'd like to become a Patreon patron and be a financial patron of the show, of my channel, that would be lovely. You can do that for just $3 a month. Okay, so that's all the stuff. The information is free. Get your free ebook, get your free hormonal profile. If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you can schedule a session with Chad and his team. Get your free report on the top 10 brain supplements. Apply for the cruise if you want to do the cruise. Sign up for the newsletter. And then all the products for optimal health. Let me know what questions you have. Miami Comedy. What up, brother? I'd recommend aniracetam. It's awesome. What does aniracetam do? It increases acetylcholine and improves cognitive function and improves memory and even reduces depression. How many milligrams of protein in one serving of Morning Man? It's not protein. It's more nutrients. It's more like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and so forth. It's not a protein powder. It's like a smoothie powder. Let me look that up for you. Morningman.com. By the way, it's not just for men. A woman mentioned that she got it, and then she got it for her husband. Then she tasted it and really liked it. Here we go. Morning Man facts. It's got 2 grams of protein, so a very small amount. It's got 62% of your vitamin A, 700% vitamin C, 100% vitamin D, 334% vitamin E. So it's a multivitamin. It's got all your vitamins. It's got a bunch of minerals. It's got 100% of your zinc. That's awesome. Listen to this. It's got spirulina, organic alfalfa, organic barley grass, organic wheatgrass, green tea extract, green coffee bean extract, acerola fruit juice powder, apple powder, broccoli flower powder, mango fruit powder. It's got a little bit of pea protein. It's got artichoke leaf. I'm skipping through. I'm not going to read all these things. It's got rhodiola, which is great for the brain. It's got rosemary extract, milk thistle, holy basil. It's got digestive enzymes. It's got psyllium husk, bromelain, burdock root. Crazy awesome. It's got adaptogens. It's got reishi mushroom. It's got shiitake mushroom. It's flavored with monk fruit. It's awesome. 100. Oh, it's got a year-long money-back guarantee. If you have any desire to try Morning Man, try it. Year-long money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, ask for your money back. No question. Nothing to return. I'm serious. 100% risk-free. It's so good. If you just try it, you're likely to love it. If you don't love it, you can get your money back. No problem. It's totally worth a try. Yes, I would equate it to a meal replacement because it's got so much healthy stuff. It's not a protein shake. Why do they advertise Morning Man for men? Great question, Lioness. That's the market they went after. And then I went to this company. I said, "Hey, I love this product. I'd like to offer this to my channel, to my subscribers. Most of my subscribers are women. Approximately 80% of my followers are women. Um, and so they don't have a Morning Man version that's marketed for women. And so I need to tell you, hey, it's not just for men. It's for humans. And the Morning Man caffeine is also caffeine free, is great for children. Morning Man does have caffeine in it. It's like a cup of coffee. It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine. And so it's different than athletic greens in that way. So it's like a cup of coffee too, which can be nice. I don't recommend caffeine for children. And so the decaf is great for children. Yes, you can totally add it to a protein shake. It's amazing. It's so good. And then I like to add Morning Man with um, Omium to get that like chocolatey sweet taste. It's so great. Add it to your protein shake. It has a very strong taste. You'll taste it in your protein shake or in your smoothie. Morning Man facts. Oh, I just read those, Jim Glow. Let me know if you missed something. Thank you, Jackie Garcia. I'd like to think so. Okay, other questions. Hey, Nelson. The name of what are you looking for? Yes, Morning Man's organic. Almost all the ingredients are organic. You're welcome, Rachel. Omium versus Morning Man. Yeah, they're very different. So the Omium is a lion's mane coffee replacement. It basically tastes like chocolate, and it's got mushrooms in it. Um, Morning Man is like a morning smoothie. It's 50 different superfoods. So I it depends on what you want. For a morning smoothie, I would recommend Morning Man. It gets you a ton of nutrition. If you're experiencing stress and anxiety, if you want to cut down on coffee, or if you want to add something to your coffee, I'd recommend Omium. I do both. I do both every day. Lioness, does that help? Which one should I try first? Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. Do you want to reduce stress and anxiety and improve performance during the day, or do you want to improve your nutrient and overall health? Yeah, matcha's great. Love matcha. You're welcome, Lisa. Where do you sign up for the newsletter? All right, the Laura family. So click here and then click the link below my profile and then scroll down to newsletter and enter your name and email. Nelson, good vitamins for dementia. I'd recommend good food for dementia. I'd recommend healthy fatty fish, lots of vegetables, no sugar, or reduce the sugar as much as possible. Eat in Purple, I'd recommend you sign up for a free session with Dr. Shannon. Dr. Shannon's a functional medicine doctor. She helps people with menopause. You can schedule with Dr. Shannon if you click here and then scroll down to hormone. What is that called? If you scroll down to says fix your hormones with Dr. Shannon. So a couple steps here. Click here, then click the link below my profile, and then click fix your hormones with Dr. Shannon and schedule with her. Gump's Girl, can lion's mane and magnesium glycinate be taken together? Yes, absolutely. They work great. Oh, matcha and omyum, my new favorite. Yeah, totally. Omyum's so good with matcha. So I don't like the taste of matcha. I drink it because it's so healthy. And adding omyum to matcha is so good. It's so good. It tastes great. Really takes the edge off of it. Thank you, buddy boys. I've not tried Riz mushroom powder. Denise, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sure what could help. So I think you just got some of my lion's mane. See if that helps sleep. That can help. I don't know much about chemo brain. And so I don't know what the exact causes and what could help. I would recommend eating really healthy food, getting lots of sleep, getting some exercise, um, and getting good sleep and letting your brain heal. Hey, you ate your first sardines today. Let's give a big roar to who was that? Who just said they just ate? Cindy Hinker. Let's give a big roar, give a big hand to Cindy Hinker, who ate her first sardines today. You rock. Big roar to you. You're awesome. You are on your way. It starts with a single can of sardines. It starts with a single night of good sleep. It starts with a single meditation. It starts with a single exercise. It starts wherever you start. And you start with a single can of sardines. You rock. You're awesome. You're welcome, the Lara family. Lioness, you have brain fog. I think Omnia might be a better ticket for you. First of all, do you have my Lion's Mane supplement? I'd start with this. This is the least expensive of all of them. This improves sleep and can improve brain fog during the day. So I'd start here. Then see and then see where you go. So this is Roar Lion's Mane. Right now we have buy one, get 3 free. Terrific deal and 100% money back guarantee. You are welcome, Nelson. You're welcome, Gumps Girl. You are welcome, Eden Purple. Karina, I'm buying salon cinnamon for my grandma tomorrow. Awesome. Great stuff. Sears Kid, I bought your lion's mane. Best time to take it and why? Great. Awesome. Congratulations on investing in your health. That's great. I like to take it 1 hour before bed. That really improves the quality of my sleep. You can also take a second dose during the day. You can take it in the morning or in the early afternoon, or take it before you get stressed. I found I usually get stressed between 3 and 5. It's when I get some anxiety in my body. If I take the lion's mane then, I have much less stress. So you can take it before you get stressed. Does that help? Also, I love doing this. When I go to a conference or I've learned something that's really important, I will take some lion's mane after and say, I want to remember this. And I'll take some lion's mane. It's super great. I'm going to take some now because it is about time. It smells so good. I actually need to get some water. I have no more water up here. Hello, Maria. Yes, Mohammed. I mean matcha tea. And if you add omyum to it, it's so very good. Amy McCarthy, you're asking me what I think. Oh, I don't know about Om. The M cell. Omyum helped me with anxiety so much. It's so much better than coffee. No jitters, no crashes. Awesome. Thank you, the M cell. Hello, Maka from Germany. Fantastic, Lioness. Let me know how that goes. Go sardines. Totally. Roar Cindy. Matcha with oat milk. How do I stay strict with my diet? I like it. It's easy for me to stay strict because I really like it. Today, I cooked my parents' dinner. We had grass-fed lamb chops, roasted broccoli, black rice. It was delicious. It was so delicious. All those things were good. All those things were super healthy. So it's not hard to stick to a diet when you like what you eat. So that's what I recommend. Any more questions? Everyone able to get all your free stuff? Able to get your newsletter, your free book, your free report? Who signed up for the free ebook and the hormonal profile? We just had someone. I didn't know this person before today. 1910 is their insulin is now normalized after working with Chad Tackett and his team and the free hormonal profile. So if you want to normalize your insulin, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic and want to do something about it, take some action. Click the link, get your free ebook, and then schedule a free hormonal profile. Good night, Sylvia. Abuelita. It's called Roar Lion's Mane. If you click here and go to the link below my profile, it's the second link. It says Roar Lion's Mane supplement. So click the Linktree link. So click this and then go to the link below my profile, and then simply click Roar and click the link that says Roar Lion's Mane, or you can go to roarlionsmane.com on your phone or on your computer. Let me know if you have trouble. Eat in purple. Yes, I do speak fast. I'm sorry. How's my mom doing? Thank you for asking. She's doing great. We went to physical therapy today. We had a wonderful physical therapist. He said something really interesting. He said, listen, your shoulder that's healing, this is not your bad shoulder. This is your recovering shoulder. He said, it's not bad, it's recovering. I thought that was really great. He said, words are powerful. Words have meaning and they're powerful. This is not your bad shoulder, it's your recovering shoulder. And you are in the process of healing. I loved it. He was great. Yeah, speed up too. Black rice is so good, so healthy, and it tastes great. What do you think about constant dreaming? Um, you mean vivid dreaming? I don't know what constant dreaming is. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, lioness. I hope my lion's mane at least helps you sleep. Petrulio, have you gotten your free hormonal profile? That could be the first step in helping reverse insulin sensitivity. Insulin insensitivity, excuse me. Yeah, Koto 9999. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is great. I don't know if it helps with hair loss. You can take Robert, you can take lion's mane with coffee. You certainly can. I add this to coffee. This is the lion's mane coffee replacement. So this is lion's mane and coffee. So that can work. Can you test for dementia? What you can test for is you can test for mild cognitive impairment, MCI. It's a memory test. I have a free memory test. If you want to, if you click here, go to the link below my profile. You can sign up for a free FDA certified memory test. Or you can also take a MOCA online. Search MOCA, MOCA test. Thoughts on Taco Bell? I would not eat it. Something increased dopamine. Yes. Exercise. Turn off the phone. Stop getting dopamine from the phone. Exercise and sleep and start achieving goals. You can also drink coffee. All those can help, Maka. What should my son take for concentration in school? Exercise. I'm serious. Exercise and sleep. Okay. Is everyone able to get all your stuff? Is anybody stuck? All right. So before we go, would you please put something in the chat? By the way, who's been here the longest? Please let me know how long you've been here. And then please put something in the chat about what you've learned and what you're going to do this weekend. We're wrapping up here. It's 12:47. Oh my gosh, I was trying to end at 12. How did we do this? It's 12:47. So please put in, if you've been here a while, what you've learned or how long you've been here. If you've been here for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. If you just came, that's totally fine. Just bought the stuff. Awesome, Coco. You're going to love it. No, you didn't mean to barge in. That's totally fine. If you've been here a while, please put what you've learned. So that way people who just joined can know. So some things we went over healthy foods for the brain. We went over mushrooms, eggs, and what else? Vegetables in general are great for the brain. What else did we go over? Stress, being a good neighbor. I told you that story about me at the Love Burn and some neighbors that were a bit rough. Black seed oil, lion's mane, and weight loss. Excellent. Thank you, Going Scotty. Yes, Gumps Girl. So right now, the coupon is buy one, get one free, and that's already on the website. There's no additional coupons to that. That's the best price it's ever going to be. So go to roarlionsmane.com and get yours now. Been here for an hour, learn about helpful supplements. Awesome, H2 Dance. Yes, we went over sea moss, totally. The benefits of sea moss. We also went over methylene blue, the benefits of methylene blue. Thank you, Going Scotty. Black pseudo and lion's mane for weight loss. Yes, yes, yes. That's in the weight loss book. Also, to what a great surprise. 19 was the handle was 1910 came in and said how they normalized their blood sugar in working with Chad Tackett and the free hormonal profile. That was awesome. Mohammed, I'm here for 3 hours at some point. I don't understand. Oh, what don't you understand? What can I help you with, Mohammed? I have tendinitis. What is good? Rest, work with a physical therapist, and ask about BPC 157 or peptides. I'm taking peptides for my shoulder. It's gotten better a lot faster. I will post a video about it. Exercise and leave the funnel in for dopamine. Yes, absolutely. I joined 10 minutes after I started. Yes, saunas. We talked about saunas, the benefits of saunas and sauna versus steam room. Awesome, Karina. The MCell, we went over what it is to be a good person. Oh, right. So if you're feeling stressed, here's how to reduce your stress. Number one, is this the loving universe or not? Albert Einstein said, this is the most important question to answer as a human being on planet Earth. Is this a loving universe or not? Who think this is a loving universe? Who believes at their core this is a loving universe? Put love in the chat or put roar in the chat. If you don't, that's okay too. Speak up. Oh, by the way, we sent someone some love in the chat who was feeling a little bit down and postpartum anxiety. And that was really great that we could do that as well. So if you believe this is a loving universe, put that in the chat. That's the most important question for us to answer as human beings because it dictates how we view the world. Is the world out to hurt us? Is the universe out to hurt us? Is God out to punish us? Or is this a loving universe? Is this a loving God? Is this a loving world where people are actually wanting to help you? I want to help you in whatever way I can, whatever way, large or small, that I can help you. I want to help you. And most people feel the same way if they are in a resourced place to do that. And I believe the universe is conspiring to help us as well. Okay, so what do we see here? What are the comments here? No, I don't want to read all those. Love and light all the way. Okay, so we got a mixed bag. We got, I do believe in a loving God. We got hearts and love and peace. Some people say not anymore. Okay. Roar, lots of love. So mostly love and peace, and not everyone agrees. That's quite all right. So Einstein says that's the most important question. So this is how to reduce stress kind of permanently. I'm not saying you're not going to experience stress, but this is a way to reduce it just by thinking about it. So one, is this a loving universe or not? If it is, then understand things are going to work out. Number two, here are the two things you need to take care of. Number one, be honest. Lying increases stress. Who feels me on that? If you lie, it confuses people. It confuses the universe because you said one thing and did another, or you said something that wasn't true. That's confusing to the spiritual forces around you because they want to help you. And if you lie, it screws things up. And lying's extremely stressful because you got to remember the lie. If I lie to you and say, "Oh, I couldn't meet you because I was helping my friend move," and then you ask me, "Oh, so how was the other night?" I think, "Oh, what lie did I tell you? I said I was helping. What did I say? Did I say I was helping my friend move?" I got to think of that. That's stressful. Number two, lies almost always get found out, and so you're waiting for that. So if someone's constantly lying, they're constantly waiting and anticipating to be discovered, and that's stressful. It's much easier to say, "Hey, I'm not able to meet you. I'm sorry." Or, hey, I'm not able to meet you. I don't feel good. Or, hey, I'm not able to meet you. I just don't want to. It's one of those days where I just want to stay home. Thank you for the invitation. I'm not going to join you. Much better to do that than to lie to you, say, oh, I'm sick, or oh, something came up. Much better just to be straightforward. By the way, quick story. I had a roommate who I really liked. He had a girlfriend who was very toxic. She lied about almost everything. At first, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. She said, Robert, this is happening. I need this help from you. And I would try to help her. And then I'd find out what she told me wasn't true. And then she told me, Robert, I'm having heart surgery tomorrow. I need this and this. Okay. And then I asked her boyfriend, hey, Tom, is this happening? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, really? You don't know if your girlfriend's having heart surgery tomorrow? This is strange. And then she's like, oh, it got postponed today. I'm thinking, no, it didn't. I'm like, I'm like, after a while, I'm like, this person's just not honest with me. And I don't like being in their presence. It's stressful being around them because I don't know what they're saying to me. Fast forward, this woman, she was 40, say 44. She died of a heart attack at 44. Why? In part, she drank. Another part was her life was extremely stressful because she was not honest. I think she was, I think she was so dishonest, she didn't even know she was lying at some point. And so there was just this massive ball of dishonesty and incongruence and out of integrity in her life. And I think it was very hard on her. And she died at age 44. It was very sad. She left a daughter who, boy, how old was her daughter? 16? I mean, and then I think her daughter was an orphan at that point. Like, I think both of her parents were dead at that point. Really, really sad. So I beg of you, save yourself the stress. Take the pain now. Sometimes honesty is painful at first. Take the pain now to save yourself stress in the future. People appreciate that. The universe appreciates that. Your inner self, your soul, your true self, and your future self will greatly appreciate it. So that's one way how to reduce stress. So first, loving universe. Next, tell the truth. That way you don't need to worry about the future. Because if you're honest now, whatever happens in the future, just like, look, I told you the truth at the point. I did the best I could. Number 3 is to do the best you can. If you're doing the best you can and you're honest, things work out, generally speaking. And let's say you start a new business and you're honest and you do your very best and the business fails. Well, you say things didn't work out. Yes, the business did not work out, but maybe you weren't supposed to be in that business. Maybe it was opening you up to something else, or is freeing you up to do another career or to be available for your family at a certain time. I don't know. The universe has a much better plan for us than we do. Really small example. I scheduled a dental cleaning a month ago. It was yesterday. My mother, without my knowing, scheduled a hair appointment the very same day. We only have one car to share. I said, Mother, I need the car. I need to go to my dental appointment. She said, and our appointments were about at the same time. Turns out our appointments were like 2 miles from each other. So somehow the universe orchestrated this to where, and I'd never been to this dentist before. This is new for me. I just chose one in the Cincinnati area. It's 2 miles away from where my mother's hair appointment was. And it was within a half an hour. It was so easy for us to drive out together. Amazing. What a gift. What a gift from grace. So the universe has tremendous plans for you. If you're honest and you do your very best, that'll help the universe orchestrate things in your favor, and that'll help other humans to be able to help you. If you're honest and you do your best, other humans will see that. Even if you're not super successful in the moment, if you're doing your best and honest, other humans will see that. They'll want to help you, and that'll help reduce your stress. All right. That's the sermon for today. I think on 2/22/23, a bunch of us committed to permanently letting go of, of chronic stress, of chronic worrying. It's okay to feel stress every once in a while, but just know this is a loving universe. You're doing your best. You're honest. Things are going to work out in your favor. And that's what I want to communicate to you. Abracadabra, you're correct. Thank you. I was going to try your lion's mane. Awesome. roarlionsmane.com if you want to get some. It's under here. Very well said. Thank you, Stephanie. Or thank you, Maria. Life works out if you accept your inner self and let it guide you. Absolutely. Roar Carol. Thank you for your advice. You're a smart man. Thank you so much, Sanaz. My birthday is Tuesday. Well, let's wish Abracadabra happy birthday. And Abracadabra, I'm guessing I don't know if you've commented before how long you've been a member of the Lion's Den or if you're an evolving lion. I'm guessing things have been hard for you for the last year. I'm just guessing that based upon your response. And so I'd like to send some love and prayers your way, if that's all right. So if you'd like to pray with me, please do. Sending lots of love, lots of healing, and lots of birthday blessings to Abracadabra this Tuesday and every day. Please help them to get good sleep, to feel healthy, to make good decisions, and to do their very best and be honest and feel the love and support of the universe as they move day in, day out. Please bless them and their family and help them to have a wonderful birthday. All right. Thank you. Wish you a wonderful birthday. Please pop on your birthday if you want to and say hello. That would be so wonderful. Awesome, Mandy. You are so welcome, Abracadabra. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, chlorella is great, Muckadoo. Hope to have a stress-free day. I hope it's not only that, I hope it's a wonderful day. Hey, Pisces new moon. Outstanding. Fantastic, Chrissy. Oh, I thank you, Karina. I so appreciate that. All right. It's 1 a.m. It's 12:59. It was like 12:45. I'm like, I'm totally leaving right now. Makaru, it's your birthday in 4 minutes. All right. Can we send you a birthday prayer? Many blessings to Makamu. Please help them to have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful birthday year. Please help them to have a year of great honesty, doing their very best, trusting the universe, achieving their goals, and having wonderful health. All right. Thank you, Carol. You are so welcome, Minor TikTok management. All right. It is 1 a.m. on the button. Makamu, I think it's your birthday. All right. This has been awesome. I so love the Lion's Den. This has been a really fun, really a wonderful experience for me. I hope it's been good for you. We've talked about what it is to be a good neighbor. We talked about good foods for your brain, the value of mushrooms, um, the value of honesty and being in integrity with your word. And we've gotten to wish 2 people happy birthday. That's really cool. And I love you. I love you so much. It's an honor to be here with you. So it's Friday. Well, it's now Saturday. No Lion's Den tomorrow. No Lion's Den on Sunday. We will meet again on Monday. I'm looking forward to that with you. Awesome, Gumps Girl. How about manifestation? We can't get in too early to get into that. We can talk about that on Monday if you're here, Mr. Giddy. I love you too, user 9035. All right. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please do something wonderful with your family. If you can, do something great for your health. Enjoy being outside, even if it's cold. Drink lots of water. Enjoy some healthy mushrooms. And I will see you here on Monday. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie or Stefia. I so appreciate it. Thank you, Speed Up. I so appreciate it. Good night, all of you wonderful Instagram folks. End video. And let's see. Good night, all of you wonderful YouTube folks. Thank you, Angel Wings. Thank you, Holly, for commenting. I love you. Boy, my voice is starting to go here.